Hello and welcome! We're Dicesylvania, geeks from Romania who play D&D in our own authentic, beautiful vampire English. This is episode 27 of VIM, the Tale of Immortality. Grim, sometimes grim, dark world where everything burns into flames. If you do not know what happened last time and where the flames are coming from, please check the podcast-like recaps, the Book of Recollections in the I button right here. I am your flamey, fiery DM today, Karla Georgescu, and let's introduce today's players, starting with Anna.
I'm Anna.
Urs!
I'm Urs.
Or Count Bear, it's in English. Rareș.
I've been waiting 1 week to see what's in that cage. Let's go.
David.
Pineapple.
And surprise, Vlad.
What's in the cage? What's in the cage?
I wonder.
Let's go see what's in the cage.
Finally, let's go.
The Redlands are a place where survival comes at the mercy of an unforgiving climate. Adam was about to commence a dangerous ritual, and the other three were invited to the Palace of Ramidava, this structure that stands out, not for its beauty, but for its oppressive presence. And inside, the patriarch, Zamolxe, regarded you with a piercing gaze, a booming voice, and a question. Friends, is this yours? And a cage is dragged inside. And inside, you see a hulking, golden figure. Initially, you think it's an orc, but, however, it's very symmetrical, and Pax, his eyes remind you of something. It's very beautiful and symmetrical in features, has a very shiny head, bald head with a hat. As inside, you can see Tulrock all gilded in gold. Tulrock, what do you do?
There has been a misunderstanding, I think.
Please, friend, explain what is the misunderstanding.
Before he does, is he in gold armor or is his skin gold now?
He's all gilded in gold.
His skin is...
His skin, his hat, his backpack, everything.
It's still mobile. It's movable gold.
As you look around, give me a perception or investigation.
15.
With the 15, you know the following. He looks like he wasn't gilded necessarily in metallic gold, but rather like he sprayed himself or painted himself all over with gold. Because you can see blotches and sort of like dripping areas where the paint sort of congealed and thickened in uneven places.
Metallic paint cakes. Yes. Gotcha.
I shouldn't be here. I am a golden orc, yes. I just have a skin condition.
Zamolxe looks at you like with a tiring gaze and to see what I'm dealing with. He's obviously not an orc. Look at that perfect face. Perfect face and nothing to do with it.
I look over, looking for Adam. I realize Adam's not with us.
You recognize that?
Has he been in any trouble?
Of course. He's been in a lot of trouble. He tried to enter our kingdom pretending to be an orc, but he has no soul. Look at him. He has perfect cheekbones.
I have 2 souls. I have souls in my feet.
See what I'm dealing with. And he's also very stupid.
If your majesty will relinquish him into our custody, we'd be sure to head back to the...
So you claim the traitor that tried to put himself in our kingdom.
He's misguided, I'm sure. If there is law you need to make upon him, then we will let you do so. But should you relinquish him into our control, we will make sure he causes no further trouble. We may discuss compensation, and he will leave with us when we leave to cause no trouble.
Okay, formal Prince Bags, and now King Bags. I'm gonna release you, but you're gonna... What's the saying in your kingdom? Owe me one.
A prisoner has been released. It is...
He sort of gestures with this like clay deformed hand with 7 fingers. Or is it one that's split in 3 pieces? You don't know. He sort of gestures, and the golden orcs that are actually orcs sort of release Turok from the cage.
Turok stretches a bit, puts some spit on his hand and starts to alter, but in a way that he tries to conceal more his Goliath nature. So yeah, he tries to redo his makeup, basically.
So you start seeing like massive Turok with his massive hand spitting and getting some like paint from his pockets and sort of smudging it all over. What do you guys do?
Zamok's previously already said we will be meeting for discussions about potential conflict in the morning.
Yes, because
We had
I
already-
convinced him we needed to refresh and stuff like that.
Yes.
Sorry, just come to my head.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
So that we could have...
So, travelers, friends from the Green Kingdom, and he says this with such disgust. Starts a lot of people, his council man and the guards start spitting on the floor, and he says, "Friends, don't drop the water. We're gonna discuss when morning comes."
Is there any diplomatic honor we may offer this evening, or shall we simply return in the morning?
What do you mean?
Parley, dining, any rites we'd participate in, anything you'd have of us? Or
I
shall we
don't know if
simply
you're
return
friends or
in the morning?
enemies to see if I can receive you and share our scarce food.
Then by morning we hope to find out.
And especially since you tried to enter with such trickery.
That was his own initiative.
Why are you here? Tell me again, why are you here, Orc?
I'm looking for a friend.
Tell me again his name
His name is Adam.
and what he believes in.
He believes in magics.
No, that's all accurate. I'm confident that's
And
all
where is
accurate.
this Adam from?
He's from Green.
Spring,
Yes.
yes.
To be fair, great king, for something to qualify as trickery, there must be a hint of an intention behind the skull of...
Or a degree of success.
This is clearly a facade that would have been caught. There is no malicious intent in any of this. It is a child play.
Okay.
Regardless,
Okay.
we do apologize.
Let me demonstrate then. Are you a night creature? Or are you an orc?
I am orc.
It's intent here. It's intent and I don't like it.
I just grew taller.
Okay, Torok. Great golden orc. Let's thank you, Your Majesty, for having us. Let us make peace in the morning.
I certainly wish to, friends. Please enjoy Ramidava, our wonderful city. Don't go out at night as it is heretic. Don't use magic as it is heretic. Don't speak of your kingdom as it is heretic. And don't speak of your gods, and don't speak of the other night god. But please do enjoy your sitting.
We will inform you when we have accommodations, just in case.
Ah, you wish for me to provide for accommodations?
Oh, I mean, no, we can find them ourselves.
I would provide for you, but not for the enemies. You can sit in the palace.
I will go with them, with all due respect, but we will inform you of where we end up staying, just in case, to prevent any kind of deceit, just to instill trust.
And to keep us away from heresy.
Very well. Very, very well. You might proceed to exit this chamber now.
We exit.
Follow Asadi's floating form.
Big steps.
As you exit the chamber and this big steps follow you, you go through different other chambers, a hallway, then the gates, an advisor room. What do you want to do? Exit the palace, sort of linger? What's the plan?
We'd play nice and head to the ritual site where last Bear and Adam.
Look, before we leave properly, you said we were with an advisor?
King Zamolxe was surrounded by his personal advisors. You see that most of them is an assortment of orcs, but you see from now and then some Asimars, maybe one Genasi or two.
While you find Adam, I guess I'll try and find us some accommodation.
Thank you.
So you're exiting the gates. The neglected gates, that is, they sort of feel like a cage, and again the smell of sweat and decay hangs in the air as you exit, and the coolness of the palace, especially that was floated from the floors, leave you and heat strikes again. You try to exit, and we're gonna shift towards what Adam is doing in the meantime. Adam,
what time of day is it?
it's sunset.
Okay.
It's dusk right now, and you're waiting at the gates of the palace for the night. So
Isn't dusk when we're supposed to all
cover, yeah.
Yeah,
You're waiting in the shade.
Okay. But I probably would have spent most of the day with Teleftos.
Yes, with Teleftos.
And this reminds me, I haven't drawn my cards for the day,
Yes.
and which I will do now. Well,
You start praying, concentrating, and
oh my God,
what is it?
I'm not joking.
Is
It's the Vizier card.
Is the Star
The
of
one,
Hebdom?
yes, that's built around the Star of Hebdom. And the second one, it's the throne.
It's gonna be a very interesting episode. You know that this also works in real life. Like whatever it's there, it works, and we don't have it planned.
Man, yeah. Okay, and I will be there. Because the thing is, the ritual, I would have done it in the morning. But knowing I have these cards, me with the Leftos, I will be like, and again, as you can see, this astral deck that's been passed down through generations in my family never lies. Like, the fact that the Star of Hebdom and the constellation of the Vizier flashed before me last night. It's no coincidence as well, but sometimes they are cryptic, yet the one constellation of the throne definitely also relates to the mission I've told you of why I'm here. Yet I feel like I've talked so much about me, yet I still know very little of you. I never asked you, what are you doing here in Ramidava, Teleftos?
I didn't know you're interested in my affairs, but sure, I can tell you. I've come to Ramidava to study, because this is a quite unique spot in the Red Kingdom. It's you can see at night, and you're gonna see it's very beautiful. You can see unique alignments just passing by. You can see devas coming in and out on the skies, and it tracks especially my family constellation, Ursa Minor. And I want to understand the events that are sort of transcending in this mortal realm. I want to understand how I can ascend to them, to take my rightful place.
I see. And again, it's so beautiful to know somebody else that knows how to read the stories that the stars lay out for us up there.
She leans in with her ebony hair and her sort of muddy, sandy skin tone against your face. She says, "Yes, it is very beautiful."
Let's say, how long till we go?
Do we have time for...
What is the question? What does it mean we go? Until the sun sets and we don't burn into flames?
Yes.
I would say, and she looks at the sun, I would say about half an hour. And at this moment, Shaq, please roll me a d20.
It's a 19.
Okay, continue.
Okay. Like Adam definitely gets flusters. His mind is all over the place, and says, "Oh, I only wish time would pass faster, as I'm really anxious and waiting for this."
Yes.
Also, I do believe. I mean, do you think we should grab the others, or because me personally, I feel like it should be just us two out there performing the ritual.
I thought we left the others, and you said you wanted to do this with me, but if you want to and you're
exactly.
very comfortable,
let's make sure we're not seen. They don't, even me, don't know yet the location, right?
I mean, we're just gonna go and find the high rock, but sure.
Okay. Let's wait faster.
Of course. And as you wait for that half an hour, a sudden outbreak of pain sort of protrudes you, and you have to give me a Constitution save.
Where does it hurt?
On the surface of his derma. All of your skin.
Skin burning.
Oh, okay. Constitution.
It's not like burning, it's sort of boiling or bubbling, that bubbling feeling.
Okay. If it's Constitution, it's a 19.
Okay, so with a 19, so a rash sort of appears and starts bubbling, but you sort of tug at your magic from it within your skin, and it goes away.
This thing that happened, it's... Yeah, this rash, it's not magical in nature. You said... No.
Oh, it's not magical,
Okay.
but you feel something from within you stopped it.
Okay. Well, not sure if it's the climate or anything, but I feel my body like almost itching all over. But it's fine. It's fine. I'll manage. Don't worry.
I hope it's not a plague or anything.
Well, it's something severe around here, I guess.
Oh, a lot of things are very severe around here.
All right.
And as you wait faster, the half an hour passes. In the meantime, what do you guys do? The other group. Paxton, Rokshak, and Isari. You see that a lot of people start noticing you and start sort of crowding to see the ascended. A lot of people bow and they go and sort of say, Sandy, please burn us, take us with you.
Yes, ascended to burn them.
No, I don't
asking for
think
it.
that's the best idea. I'm hotels, accommodation. Anyone recommend anything?
And you see a lot of people shouting at the same time, my place, my tent, I live in a sewage. And you also sort of have to discern the information. Please give me a perception.
Not great. I'm still on track for really shit rolls.
You can also roll. Like you hear sewers, I need the
12.
marketplace, I have a shadow in the street of
12?
Bramidava. With a 12, you sort of discern something like burnt anvil.
21.
Burnt anvil.
24 with a natural 20.
This is somebody that's screaming in your ear. Go to the burnt anvil is the only inn in Ramidava.
Someone said something about inn.
Yes. Could I just know if I ask someone to show me how to get there, it's just gonna be chaos.
Right.
You know, if you guys want to go, I will catch up with you. I will just take this crowd somewhere else. Yeah. I guess blessings this way.
A lot of people just go, let's go to the temple. Oh yes, let's go to the temple. And a lot of people start putting their hands inside of your
I'm
body
gonna
and
fly just
they're
above.
burning.
I'm gonna fight
There's
just
this one
above
kid
them.
that starts climbing the high structures, clay structures, and jumps from above into you, and he takes a bit of damage. Please roll it.
Okay, oh god, what was the damage again?
Oh, you know what? You can roll me first a dexterity to see if you dodge him.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I've been rolling 5s all across the board. 11.
Okay, with an 11, you don't dodge him. He plunges right into your like fiery light essence, and he takes the damage that you were supposed to roll.
Okay, oh gosh, I haven't got the...
It's I think it's
It's the one thing I forgot to pull up on my tablet.
is the 4d10.
40 Oh shit.
That's
It doesn't end. It's just 2d10 because it passes
okay.
through 2d10.
17.
He dies. And he doesn't ascend, he just burns to charcoals and like falls, and a lot of people start, he wasn't worthy!
I am just gonna like try and stay above all the buildings and fly towards the temple and try and pull this crowd away from these guys.
And like there's this crowd that's much like going Sandy, and when there's one kid he with seven fingers and two ears on each side that looks at you and says Blake with like a very and starts spitting with a very baritonal tone and leaves.
I spit back.
There's this like old frail woman without a hand, but with two torsos. It's a very strange visage, and she jumps with an empty canister to catch your spit and the other child.
Have you observed, King Pax? Did I exaggerate my description of these?
It's way worse than you remember.
Granted, things are going for the worse, even still. These are the ones you are negotiating with, do not forget.
And they are still people.
Are they now?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Turok, give me a d20.
14.
Thank you. Continue.
Mr. Torok, now that your clever ploy has gotten you into the kingdom, you may resume your. I assume you're here for Lord Adam's protection.
Well, not protection.
No.
Me protect him.
Yes. No. That's exactly what I meant.
Yes.
Yes. Now that you're in the kingdom, and even the king was fooled, I don't think you require the disguise anymore. You're already in.
Yeah, but I feel pretty now.
Also, what would they say if they saw a different type of creature that is not disguised as a perfect golden orc?
More plague.
I understand liking the gold. Gold is very, very pretty. How about, we do something that leaves you like a little golden crown, maybe some butterfly pattern, something nice, but not insult a specific race directly by putting on their skin tone.
How I insult?
They will take offense.
The teacher at my school told me that imitation the sincerest form of flattery.
Yeah, I think you've been huffing on the metallic paint on you.
Yes, very good.
I know it's fun. It is fun, but yeah, maybe we can clean you up at the lodgings, just at least partially.
Well, if I have to.
And as Turok says, if I have to, you see. You see from the skies where the sun is sort of spreading his dusk heat that is very intense. A familiar visage of burning meteorites plummeting towards Ramidava. And especially towards your location.
Do we seem to have somewhere to take cover?
Definitely, there's a few buildings that are cracked on the side. There's this sort of a shop that is that of a water genasi with a lot of bottles of water. Where do you hide?
Cover.
Turok puts a piece of clothing over his head.
Shaq grabs Pax and runs into the first building.
Okay, as you run into the first building, you're gonna roll me with advantage. Turok not because he's just covering with a cloak. Roll me a Constitution save. No, not a Dexterity save with advantage.
Dexterity save. Meteor.
Dexterity save. As a meteorite continue to fall in your direction.
I have a 13.
I have a 12.
22 natural 20.
Okay, so Turok just sits there with his hood on, covering his head. It's a hat that has a hood on, and he's all gold. And you go inside of the nearest shop. You see that it's an abandoned shop with all of these books and rags, and you try to peek on one of the skewed windows, and you see the meteorite just falling right at you, and you don't have time to think or breathe or do anything as the meteorite just plummets into the shop, and you start getting hit and take a lot of damage. No, not a lot of damage. Take 6 fire damage as this small meteorite just plummets inside of the building, and you get scarcely burned by its debris. And you see a tail continuing to fall towards your direction.
Like the tail of the meteor? Mm-hmm. Do we see any kind of entity that is at the end of the tail or anything?
Perception.
It's a 13.
You look and you don't see anything. It's just a tail that comes towards your direction. And now what do you do?
It was multiple meteors?
It's just one with a tail.
So, initially, were there multiple coming?
No, it was just one, and there's some debris that could classify as meteors, but it's a tail.
And this one has crashed into the building.
Yes, and there's the tail just coming towards you.
The
little debris.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Turok's covered, so...
He just sits there
Of course
in the
he's
middle.
safe.
You see just this meteor passing you and going inside the shop, just you...
I go towards it and I try to identify as best as I can what's this rock that comes from the sky.
Give me an intelligence. Or a history. You can also roll me a history with disadvantage because you're from a different land.
I just go to a different corner of the room and cover and to shield up.
Shaq.
0.
Flame sky.
Hold on for 1 second. I'm curious about something. I step a few steps back and pick up a big piece of rock, and I'm gonna ready something.
What do you ready? Because it's happening in this next section. Like, you're not gonna get another action.
So, first of all, I want to see if the meteor just specifically targets Pax. And with this one, I want to throw it just to intercept another rock that would hit him, just to divert it.
Cool. You all do that. Give me dexterity saves, both of you.
Advantage or disadvantage?
Normal. It's gonna be normal.
To 11.
17.
So the meteor, you're right. The meteor is targeting Pax, swooping towards him, the tail of the meteor, and he takes 1 damage as the debris almost burns as he reached him, and he gets like a pebble in his eye.
Any kind of magic cast recently?
Not recently,
That's
no.
why it's anything magical upon
Anything
you.
else dangerous in the sky?
Perception.
2.
Can I also look? Because
You see, your eyes can see as you
Disadvantage
squint,
in the sun.
as you also
So-
squint against this like burning sky of dusk that's so
pebble in the
intense.
Cool. Yeah. It's noble green cloak. If you could check the streets, be safe for our further advancement.
I do not think the streets are the ones with crowds. These are directed towards you. Do you have anything magical on you?
I am magical.
Me too.
Of course, but let's do another experiment. What do you have magical on you?
Most things. I don't know. My entire apparel is Charmcaster enabled.
How about we switch to a more simple gun? And we can...
I can, but Charmcaster is still with me, will still be with me, and it's just an extension of it, whatever I'm wearing.
We can't remove it.
No, we don't want to remove it, no. Lay on hands to re-prettify from all these little
As
burns.
you re-prettify, you sense that your magic isn't quite efficient as you try to lay on hands. And you take only half of the hit points.
And then I push a second time and bring the darkness into the crevices to take away all the nasty little smudges for twice.
You roll me 2d20s.
This is Nocturne.
I know.
4 and a 5.
Okay. Thank you.
Do I also see that the magic is working less for him?
Give me an arcana.
It's divine.
Or a
Natural
religion.
20.
Definitely. You've seen Pax
Flashbacks from the last session.
use his magic during the calamity that happened in Green Spring, and you've seen him do the same trick and get more pretty. Now he gets half pretty.
Magic works less for you now. Happens to me as well.
Yeah?
Yes.
Does it? Yeah. Okay.
Who is this fine practitioner of magic here? We haven't been to
Oh, this is the great wizard Tolrock.
the great wizard.
Yes. He will soon surpass his master Adam and be the greatest sorcerer of the land.
Nice to meet you, friend. You from the green as well.
I actually am, and Shaq looks a bit squinty at Pax. The first blade of the Green Kingdom, and I look to Pax again for confirmation.
Green cloak, first blade, yeah, all those things.
Grandmaster Champion of Green Spring.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you fighter.
Yes. I'm not an intellectual such as you. And I extend a hand to And as I do, you see Shark's eyes turn blood red, and I will cast Vita's Cry to look. And actually, I'm going to check his head inside. Does his head have trauma, injuries, or deformities of the brain?
Okay, before you do that, I just remember you guys haven't seen each other, so please do a quick description of each other. As I put more chilling music.
Yeah, so Shark is this alien-looking humanoid that's grayish-brown with uneven patches of scales on him, and he's really, really thin but muscular and has this snake-like appearance, piercing eyes, and half of his face is covered by a silver mask under which there can be seen some burn marks.
Tulrok is a towering figure with bulging muscles. Very, very small pointy head on his part of his head. He's clean shaven, has a very surprisingly well trimmed and symmetrical beard, and he has some tattoos, tribal tattoos on his face.
Mm-hmm.
All of it is in gold.
Yeah, underneath.
Underneath. And
Yeah.
as you see underneath with Vita's Cry, there is just golden paint. And underneath, you look at his anatomy, and surprisingly, it's very close to the anatomy that you've seen in beasts and vampires or vampires. But it sort of has the same power that calls to you and is tethered to the ground and the essence of Obscuro. And you look at the brain, and it's sort of big and bulgy. He hasn't had head trauma or anything, but you see that his brain is so beautiful and even that it's all smooth and that doesn't have a lot of
Chuck goes like, oh, that's it. And as I'm still, I'm lingering on the handshake for a weird amount of time, and then with the one hand, I prick you a bit on the hand before letting go. Oops, sorry.
You take 1d4 damage, roll it. You take blood, right?
Yeah, just a bit, you know.
You
like-
take 1 HP damage.
Okay.
And I taste it a bit.
You taste it and it's fucking delicious. And it calls of wormwood and honey.
Okay, so, honored Green Cloak,
This one.
we are now going to have the Genevieve talk. It goes like this. We ask for people's consent before tasting them. Can we work with that, you think? We ask. Can I have a taste? What do we say to Tulrok?
Can I have a taste?
Of what?
We can discuss that later
Are the meteorites or the pieces of meteorite still hot? Or
As you look, the pebble that blackened a little bit before he healed himself, Pax's eye is right there. You can take it, and since it's small, it cooled a bit faster. But it's the Red Kingdom; everything is fucking hot in here.
yeah. I take the pebble and give it to him and said, "Well, have a taste if you want."
He means of you. See,
Oh.
see this little cut?
Yes.
He scratched you, and then he tasted the blood. Does he have permission to do that?
No.
Then he
Oh, I'm
needs to.
sorry. This is a common greeting for myself.
No, he is lying now, and he will, instead of lying, apologize for tasting without permission.
Training for when
I
the attacks will
apologize so much for doing so little to greet you. I will make better in the future.
He is disingenuous, but lying.
This makes me confused.
Disingenuous is just another word for it. Now, and I push Pax away.
Keep going.
Tulrok, being confused, will try it and will munch on the pebble.
And starts eating it and crunch inside your teeth. It is very nutritious.
Strong mineral
Yep.
content.
minerals.
And as we're walking, I lean towards Pax. Do we still need this one?
He's Adams. No, he's himself.
How much would he sell it
Adam
for?
would be upset. We're not selling. No, not selling people. We don't. In the Green Kingdom, we don't do that.
Take people. Okay, got you.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
We had 2 lodgings.
You start looking for the what was it called? The ember, the burnt ember, I think.
Burnt anvil.
Anvil, the burnt anvil, and you find it in a second. As you go through the bustling streets of the found it. The bustling streets of Ramidava, where everyone is trying to find shade, and there's this stench, like acrid and putrid and sweat and sort of spices that invades your nose. And you reach the burnt anvil with this crumbling structure. As you enter, you see that it has low ceilings and a lot of dark corners with a lot of shade, and it smells of cheap ale and sweat.
Fun.
And it's filled with overworked travelers like you, and the patrons look more rough than you, with a lot of scars and mutations and lumps and gangrenas and such. And there's this barkeep. That's an golden orc, of course, with this like mutt that it's a bit skewed, like a dripping mouth and dripping eyes, and he eyes you with suspicion. What do you guys do?
Mr. King, why they look so funny?
Here in the in Sachidava, they are of the Luminite creed.
One mutated human with without a face, but just a mouth without the eyes, and he says, Ramidava.
Ramidava. They're of the Luminite creed, and they believe kind of the opposite of nocturnals, in that the flesh is a nasty thing detracting from the soul, and they need to fuck it up as much as they can to focus on the soul. Something like that.
There's this human that's burned and scorched and has like peeling skin and he rises a glass of ale with 6 fingers and he says, "Here, here."
Here, indeed. We get some ale very politely, very quietly, sit at a table.
You ask for some ale to this golden orc bartender. He has a name tag, and his name tag says Zaraza. And he says, what do you trade for it?
We get some of the gems we still have.
Perhaps some water would be more cost effective as a currency.
Though also precious to us.
I will take 1 gem.
I line up 3 gems.
Gets all the 3 gems, and you get for those gems you get ale, 3 rounds of ale each.
Okay.
You sit there, and as you sit there, we're going a bit to Isari. Isari, you're going towards the temple of the ancestral light. You know where it is because you've been here before. It's the most pristine building in Ramidava. It's glittering in gold, and even though it has some marks of the time and of the scorching and calamities that seem to be here, the stone walls are etched with depictions of ancestral light symbols. You even see a symbol of Hitachi. Hitachi is the name of an electric company. I'm sorry. Haiichi. I'm so sorry. You're right. I apologize. Haiichi,
I was like, is she gonna do it? Is she gonna do it?
I apologize. So it's even like a depiction of Heiichi, and you see like a lot of light symbolistic guiding the souls towards ascensions, and many carving in this crumpling side, and burning braziers that offer light. And as you go there towards this temple, a lot of people follow you, and you witness two calamities on the way. You witness in the east side of Ramidava wildfire that starts spreading and burns a lot of tents and homes, and on the northern side, as you pass a corner, you see several groups of people just dying of dehydration, just dehydrating as they're trying to pass from one shade to another. They sort of prune out and sort of crumple on the ground.
Is it is it the time now where like the sun is starting to get like very dangerous?
Yes.
Yeah.
The 6 hours of dusk have commenced, and this is the time when it's dangerous. But you have maybe half an hour of that left.
Oh my. I'll make my way towards the temple. I'll be trying to stay above everyone else.
But in shade, I assume.
But yeah, so just kind of like, just out of reach of everyone trying to grab me. Is there like a priest or someone
you know,
at the temple?
You know that there's two priests. There's this radiant Aasimar that is called the Vassos. Hyperovassos actually, and there's the pixie cleric. The pixie has been here, her name is Nemia, and she has been here for way longer than the Aasimars, as Aasimars tend to try ascending and they sort of change very frequent.
I am gonna sort of rush ahead like, please, I need some help. I would like to kind of find somewhere to stay where I won't hurt anyone. And everyone seems insistent on trying to follow me and touch me. And they keep dying. So, do you think I could get shelter here?
So this like pixie creature that's made of like radiant glowing skin and same smudged features that are a bit hazy, but she's very tiny, floats and emanates this light, and she seems very frail and goes towards the public and says, "Hey everyone, keep out!" Like with this very baritone voice. Don't come to the temple or you will not ascend. And everybody seemed to be very scared, and they just stop. Some of them not in shade, and they burn. None of them ascend. And this seemed to be a problem because you remember, like, not all of the people ascend, but maybe 10%, maybe 5%, 1%, but you've seen a lot of people just dying, and none of them, not in any considerance to race or faith or appearance, none of them ascend.
What? I have a question for you when we have a few moments.
You're all closed inside the temple with the pixie and the other Aasimar. It's rather thin and gaunt from the years of fasting.
I have a question. I'm just gonna. No one's ascending. Is there a problem in this area? So many people have died, and everyone just seems to be turning to ash and bone.
Yeah, we believe. And she leans with her frail and fuzzy, like, gentle features and near to you. But she has, like, this booming baritone voice. And she says, "We believe is the Green Kingdom."
Oh, I don't think it is the Green Kingdom.
We're sure of it. We had a meeting in the other capital, in Anavasi. And
so I sort of, I guess, communed with some of the other ascended, and are you sure there hasn't been some sort of dark presence or
there's also that
here?
There's also that, but that attacks the ascended
where have these attacks been happening?
All over. There's one in
Medava or Red Kingdom?
In Red Kingdom, all over Red Kingdom, and there's one. They're this sort of heralds, like apostles of the dark god, we believe.
And has anyone survived?
Not in close proximity. There's people that seen the attacks from afar. We have archives with over 100 devas being just...
When was the last one that you know of?
4 days ago, here in Sarmisegetuza, and she points toward east.
Have there been any within the city?
No. Not yet.
Well, that's not what it's at all. Okay, and that's why no one, like,
I don't think the people know, says the very thin pixie.
So just from last session, so when I spoke to the other Ascended up in the sky, they were saying there was like a dark presence coming from a citadel in Ramadava.
Near Ramidava, a citadel near Ramidava. It was something with Jetuza at the end, and now as you hear Sarmi say Jetuza, might be.
Okay, do I know how far that is?
It's just half a day, maybe less than here.
Oh, okay, and that was only a few days ago. Could you give me directions? I'm happy to. I have friends who might be able to help me figure out what it is, and maybe we can. If
That
not
would be
stop
wonderful.
It, we could have a look.
It could be wonderful, and it will help you with the king.
Well, that would be really good.
And she points towards Sarmi Jetuza. You also know where it is because you've traveled there so many times. It was this very wonderful citadel secluded inside the mountains. But now that you look at east, you see this sort of grave canyon, this ravine that splattered the earth, splattered the citadel that you see in the distance from the tower of this temple. It reminds you of something that you've seen in Greenspring, or you've heard about happening in Greenspring.
Okay, I'm gonna stay here for a little while if that's okay, and then when it's safe, I'm gonna go and I'll go chat with my friends. But do you know what happened over there? Why it looks different?
The ground just split in two, and it sort of split the citadel, but it's not the only place, and dark looming figures just. And she takes a tiny sit on your shoulder as she talks like this.
I'm just gonna look at you like, I don't want to burn you. I like kind of push her away slightly as she comes towards my shoulder.
She's floating near your shoulder, like she's sitting. You're very warm. I like it.
Yeah, bad things have happened to people who have touched me, though.
It's okay. I had a lot of ascended friends. I know my way around.
Okay. Well, if you could maybe catch me up on some of the other citadels or other places have gone the same way this place has.
So there's maybe over 10 citadels that end with Dava, Rami Dava, Sari Dava, Devi Dava, all 10 citadels all together. The closest is Jetuza.
Yeah.
Rami Jetuza, Davi Detuza,
Yeah.
Sarmi Jetuza, and the closest one is Sarmi Jetuza. It's 10 citadels in total, and they all suffered the same fate. And there's this dark presence that no one knows exactly what it is, as it's a sort of herald or apostle, but no one's seen it up close. No one
And no one survived.
Yeah.
Well, and do we know what's caused it, or do people also think that the Green Kingdom did this?
Of course, the Green Kingdom, but I have a suspicion if it's a dark presence, it might be ascended from Obscuro, the Dark Lord.
That would also make sense. Okay, I'm gonna peek outside. Is it safe yet to go outside, or is it still relatively dangerous?
Night is setting in. And as night is setting in, you're at the bar drinking. Isari, you're about to go to the inn. And we go back and circling to Adam. As you guys meet at the burned anvil. Adam, it's night outside.
Yeah. I wouldn't have gone to the inn. I would have waited for the night to fall and went straight with the Lefteos.
The Lefteos.
The Lefteos. The accent on it, yeah. With the Lefteos to where we're supposed to do.
So she guides you through the night with a lamp, sort of figuring the the paces and the road that you should take to the nearest rocky hill, and you climb, and she starts muttering a prayer, and you understand the idea it is that she's doing a trespassing in the night. Sort of seems the same idea that is with Lunai, or when people go in other nights outside outside of daylight, and she starts muttering to ask for forgiveness from Lumino, the god of the Red Kingdom, and together you circle up on this rocky hill. And on the rocky hill, she starts praying and makes a circle of thick oils and starts burning incense. And she asks you to step in.
Okay.
Do you have anything to ask me before we start?
Again, I will say that I won't lie, as this does slightly terrifies me, yet I do place my faith in you. You seem to know a lot about this, as...
That is very, very brave of you, considering that you just met me.
Indeed, but...
And she looks with starry eyes in yours.
Yeah. I've noticed this through our interactions, that you're no ordinary person. Yet, before I go, knowing that who knows what will happen if I will return even, please allow me to
Adam?
stare into your eyes, as in them I do see something so beautiful. I see a world that I wish I am part of. And this gateway to your soul, I see miracles. And I'll admit, each time I'm next to you, my heart feels like a star about to go supernova.
That's
So,
very beautiful.
If I don't come back, please allow me this moment. And I go to kiss her.
She's taken by surprise, and her sand skin starts flaring up, and she burns you a little bit. And she kisses you back, and it's very intense and passionate, and you feel that you're getting hotter and hotter because of the emotions and of her, I don't know, skin genasi condition, and it's very burny. And after several minutes, you stop.
Yeah.
And she says, Adam, I need to tell you something.
Please.
Ishari told me not to tell you, but it's a very great possibility you'll die.
I was made aware that this is no ordinary ritual and there would be risk involved. Yes, I'm aware of that, though let's not dwell on that thought. Let our minds just steer towards our desired outcome.
I like your positive thinking.
Thank you. I have to say now I have extra reasons I wish to return back.
I have extra reasons I wish you return back to. She kisses you again. As after this, she exits this like thick circle of oil, and you kneel. And she teaches you before you kneel this like prayer that you start fervently utter, and the world around you begins to dissolve in flames as she sets fire to the circle. And you're surrounded by this ethereal glow that envelops you. And with each breath, you feel your essence rising and leaving behind the weight of the earth. And the air grows thin, and you're in the skies. It bites. The cold bites at you, and you can't breathe. You can't breathe as you ascend through the skies like a shimmering light star, and you stop before a star that you know so familiar. The star of Hebdom, the star of your great ancestor. And it pulsates and radiates with this celestial energy that draws you closer and closer and closer. It's so awe-inspiring and beautiful, and it beckons you to understand its deep truth. You struggle to breathe. You can't breathe. Give me a Constitution saving throw. As your lungs start grasping for air.
Okay, 19 again.
You don't need to breathe. With the presence of true light and true inspiration, and that's enough for you. But suddenly something tugs at you as the star of Hebdom burns in flames, and you are enveloped and you're consummated by it, and it's not destructive flames but transformative in a way. But you don't know if you could survive this transformation as the flames start peering into your very soul, the crumplet of a soul that humans have. It's cleansing, like searing through from cold to fire. And make another Constitution saving throw.
To be honest, I would want to let this flame coming from the star almost resonate with it, so I wouldn't try sort of to avoid it if that's what you're
so
saying.
you automatically fail to this.
Yeah, I kind of tried to not make it part of me, but like indulge in it and see.
You take 29 fire damage as you're consummated by the flames that purges anything that's bad and all the dark thoughts that ever consume you, and it's just purity left. And it's like a dream of light that flickers and lingers at your skin. And suddenly, you're face to face with this like burning star, and you're nothing compared to it. You're nothing. Flash. You see an image of an ancient man with flowing white hair. He looks familiar, too familiar. He has the same face as you, the same cheekbones, the same chin. Who could this be but Hebdom? You're engulfed in this fire as you see, through his mind's eye, himself ascending, being burned, and something erupting into him, and ascending in the skies and becoming a ball of flame. Suddenly the vision shifts, and you see snow-covered landscapes, serene, quiet, in the distant. There is a world of ice and snow. You've read about snow. It's this thick white mantle, and you see a wooden sign plucked into the snow, and it says Winterheim. And then you are holding, but it's not you, it's not your own skin, it's not your own hands, is your ancestors. He's holding a tomb that has scribbled into it the twin archivist. And the book opens, and in this page you see writing on its own accord with dark ink the following words: a human has discovered a way to ascend. Closes with a thud, and finally you find yourself gliding in a mirror, its surface rippling like water, reflecting this like vast library shelves overflowing with leathers of notebooks like the ones you just hold. Finally, the scene ends, and you see this brilliant constellation overhead and glowing with the unique brilliance that you know now so intimate. It looks like a small chariot that dances into the light, and it moves like such. It's the constellation of Ursa Minor, and it says, "Go to me when you need it." Suddenly this all ends, you burn from inside, and you give me another constitution saving throw. As you feel that your soul, your being, your nothingness plummets from the high deep back to the ground.
While I feel being pulled back into my body and feeling this intense heat, I will reflect once upon, like, my mind will be so busy trying to make sense of all of this, interpret all of these messages, like make them part of me, so to say, that all I can think of is have done what he's been through, the visions, to the point where just his constellation would pop up above me, guiding me safely back down. As I'll use this card for a natural 20.
You know what? I will give you one better. With the natural 20, you stop the feeling of being plummeted. You stop the feeling of being dragged. And you feel on your mind's edge a question that you want to so badly address Hebdom, your ancestor. And you stop the plummeting for a second.
Okay, I have so many questions. I need to choose one. What's up? Yes. Some momentum.
And as you think and ponder this, like from inside the star, you see this radiant being that resembles you, but it's not you, looking at you with fire and starry eyes.
I will send my thoughts onto this being and ask, why do the astrals reject his presence among the astral sea? Are they afraid that this acknowledgement would destabilize their power, the faith they're being given from the people?
And inside your mind, it's invading with thoughts, and you see again visions of Hebdom burning in fire and ascending through the skies above. And he begins to form this beautiful, beautiful, massive star. And he begins to shift in the night sky, and the night sky and constellations rearrange themselves. And then ever-moving stars and constellations pull close and away from him in this dance, and their light are dimming. But then in the distance, you see the sun rising, and then the moon coming, and then the other celestial bodies, the seven astrals. They all share the same sky. And the movement of them seems like a pattern in a dance of harmony. Finally, the scene shifts to this brilliant constellation again. And you see Ursa Minor, a chariot of tiny stars that whisper again, "Call to us when in need."
Okay. Yeah. I guess I'm being pulled back.
So you're being pulled back and you plummet against the ground. You feel echoes of yourself just setting in place. As the fire around you engulfs you and burns you, you give me a dexterity save as flames that are supposed to enhance that ritual sort of start drawing closer to you and kiss your skin in an unpleasant way.
Dexterity. 1 second. It is a 13.
So with the 13 you fail as you try to move around in your gilded golden blinky attire and they start to catch fire and you take 19 fire damage.
Before I go unconscious, I'll say, shout towards Teleftos, I'm back, it burns, and I fall unconscious.
And you fall in unconsciousness as Teleftos is taking, you see the last image, she's taking a carpet and some water and she's throwing it all inside over you as you're unconscious right now. And we'll see what's gonna happen. Coming back to you guys at the tavern.
So do you know where Adam is?
Vaguely. We'll get you to him. We'll get you to him so you can keep him safe. Which I'm sure he is.
Just
Nothing could possibly be going wrong right now.
And at this moment, someone says, "Oh my God, there's an ascendant coming here! Let's see her!" And all the people from the inn just go rushing towards the door, and there is Isari.
Let me. If any of you touch me, you will not ascend.
Oh.
They bow. They all listen.
Does it work?
Yes. Just for good measure, give me a persuasion. It's gonna be a low check because you're a but give me a persuasion. Or intimidation. It can also be that.
Oh, they're both equally as bad. That's a 7.
You're on a bots on
because it's +1 to either one.
So most of the people listen, but there's this old man that kneels next to you, and you think you got it, but he at the last second sort of jumps with incredible strength and rushes through your body.
Roll, don't I?
Yes.
It's an 11. He dies, doesn't he?
He dies.
In the tavern or outside the tavern?
Outside, just in front of the tavern. You enter again. It's a very claustrophobic feeling as the ceilings are very low and presses on you.
I'm gonna look around. I imagine I spot these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I nearly made it back, but
It seems you've just burned a person alive out there, Great Ascendant One.
I also burned a child earlier. I
Oh my God!
wanted to ascend,
Shaq,
but
you
not
like
this
this
way.
system so much. Sorry, go again.
I thought ascended would be different, but everyone just quite literally are killing themselves on me. Don't.
She's so cool. Like she killed a child without even trying.
Where do you usually rest, Isari?
I usually go and I have to go up and
Oh, you just
join the
right.
other ascended and commune.
Could you get us a room here? And then
I could try for bartender or whoever's in charge.
There's a bartender indeed. His name is Zaraza. He's an orc. He has a name tag.
Okay. Hi. We need rooms.
Hello.
Do you have any available?
For an ascended, I don't have anything fireproof.
Oh, I won't be here, but my companions would be, and they need somewhere safe.
For you, of course. Of course.
How many rooms do you have?
For them, they each one room.
How much for?
It's free.
Oh, I'll take it.
Perks.
I'm just slowly starting to be like, sure, no. That'll be amazing. Do you have any food for them?
Yes.
Bless you. I tap on the shoulder.
He says, "Oh, it burns," but he seems excited, and he brings you a platter of fruits. It's mostly dried meats, especially goat meats, an assortment of dates, and some cacti. And he points towards the first floor. The first floor has only 3 rooms. It's all yours.
We have an entire floor.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Anytime, I guess. I guess this has its perks. Anyway, I found something that might be useful for us to get the king to listen. I think I told you about like this dark presence that seems to be surrounding the Red Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it turns out that there is something that's killing the Ascended. And
Ascended specifically.
Yes, and they blame the Green Kingdom for it. But I have a few locations. Doesn't sound like it would be something you would do unless you can cause citadels to crack open and destroy, like, ravines.
We've had buildings and entire neighborhoods cracking open. How crack open?
Well, it used to be like this. Well, the one I know used to be this beautiful ravine with like a beautiful citadel, and now it's just collapsed ruins. And according to the priests, there's just like these dark shadows lingering and haunting them, and no one's actually seen what's there, but they've seen fights and they've seen things happen, but no one actually knows for sure. But all the Ascended are disappearing.
That is excellent. Wait, no. I don't mean...
But
yes.
I think
yes.
that's...
No, not like that.
Yes.
Not like that. No.
There's a lot of people just staring at you at your conversation.
But it's good.
Go
news.
away!
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
This is terrible news, of course, but also good news.
Well, the
Cheers!
Well, the priest said that if we could maybe figure something out or see what's going on, or even stop it, it would be very useful for us when we negotiate with the king.
Well, here's the thing. I have a hypothesis to bring to the king already. Hopefully Adam can reinforce it, corroborate it. I think Green Spring and the Davas, and I would suspect at this point, if the pattern is correct, probably even over in Nocturna, I think we have a common enemy. I think Death might be pretty upset with all of us. Because cracking, death, and particular upset with immortal beings and lingering entities. There is a pattern there. And I think we might simply be under assault from the same enemy.
Well, hopefully. Well, I mean, that's both, as you said, both good and bad. But yeah, maybe when we speak to the king tomorrow, we can offer to go at least try and deal with whatever's happening nearby.
If
Of course,
for
if
some
you're
reason prefers us to.
well, I imagine he probably wouldn't care too much if you died because you're Green Kingdom, which makes you disposable.
Excellent.
You know, it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. What if we get denied?
No, then we
Then-
will have respected their sovereignty, and they will have decided if they want us dealing with this or not.
What if they decide that they can take off the ruler of Green Kingdom in one fell swoop?
The man is caked in gold. This is where asking apologies after gets you.
No, if I were the king and you were my enemy, that's how I would do it. I would not wait for you to go back to the capital and return with an army.
Well, when Nocturnal King Shaq rises to power, I will be sure to keep that in mind.
I mean, if worst comes to the worst, I could probably use some of my newer powers to convince him. He would be stopping me from my mission, and I have to bring peace between you two.
Also, question: do you have to burn people in order to get rooms?
No.
So it's not.
I mean, I guess I could burn people for fun, but I don't find that fun.
I find you fun.
Thank you. I think.
Good. We have a lead. How's Adam's ritual? Do you have any idea? Or
No, do you want me to go check? It wouldn't take me too long.
if it's safe for you to do so, yeah?
Is it safe? Yeah, I mean, I got here, so I guess it must
Yes,
be okay.
you try to, you go outside, a lot of people are following you, ascending, and you go into the skies and you go try to check him. You pass him by as you see his sort of shimmering, feeble soul is transcended into skies, and you want to follow him. But at that point, you feel that you have another thing to do. You're not concerned with mortal things.
I have to go do my thing.
Yeah.
I'll
And
go
you're
do my
called into the skies. And you're called to this mystery that is the prevention of Luminites ascending. And you start going and inquiring when was the last star that ascended. And you go and inspecting whichever device new or old, especially lower ones. And you find out, you give me a wisdom check. Or an investigation. You can also roll investigation and you think it's...
No perception.
Okay, then wisdom it is.
19.
So as you try to, in your hazy dream, as you try to commune with the other celestial bodies in the sky, you feel Adam's presence communing and almost dying, ascending almost himself to communing with his great light from way beyond, and you think him dying so beautiful, and then you go commune with the other stars, and you don't find any younger celestial body younger than yourself, and you think you might be the last one who did manage to ascend. You start conversing in light and energies with the older celestial bodies, even with the traitor stars, and they're also wondering why.
How old
Nothing is renewed.
is the youngest one that I've come across?
Other than yourself?
Other than myself.
So you've ascended one mountain
Yeah.
approximately 2 months ago. So, and each month has 49 days, so it's quite a while. It's almost 100 days, not quite. And the oldest apart from you, the youngest apart from you, is 200 days.
Okay. So 100 days older than me. I'm gonna find that star, and I'm gonna ask them what is the last thing they remember before they became a star.
You start feeling each other's lights and memories, and in a distant haze, you've seen that she was a fire genasi. A fire genasi that did the Dicesylvania, which is the right to passage, is this terrible journey that comes from the beginning of the Red Kingdom to the end, and you have to walk for I think it's 30 days in the sun, in the scorching sun, and non-stop. And if you manage to reach the end, your soul will ascend into a higher form. Her name was Hephaestus. She didn't manage to to reach the end. She died in the 4th day. But see, she ascended during this purity ritual.
I will sort of almost like go from start to start and just ask questions if they know if there might be something going on with death, or if there are any higher beings that are annoyed with
As soon as you know the ability in this world is that stars move like constantly. It's not a regular pattern. And soon as you go to a higher star and think of the word death or try to transmit this information via your energies, they immediately retreat and run from the very thought of death. And as you keep going and asking by, you feel that they're afraid of the mortal world because it is mortal and it is filled with death. And also, how much was the investigation? Or the wisdom?
19.
Okay, with that 19, you also find the information from a higher solar, like an old star, that Hephaestus wasn't the youngest, but a lot of the lower devas, especially the lower devas, but including high ones, were consumed in the mortal world.
By what? Do you know? I'm gonna kind of ask if, do you know did you observe where they were consumed?
You get a vision of the map and you are pointed all over the Red Kingdom.
Yeah. Do they match kind of the locations that the priest told me? And you don't know what is doing it? Just the darkness that's spreading.
And you see one with fear also in the Green Kingdom.
Oh, is that the one that was fleeing?
It's no more. You watch toward the Green Kingdom and you see there's a castle that also is sucked by a ravine, and there is a beacon shining where might be danger.
Will I know the rough location? Or like a village name or something nearby?
Yes, it's High Garden. It used to be, you've learned this at diplomatic school.
Yeah.
This High Garden is a place that usually potential meritronarchs, or at least the closest to the king, usually the king's sons and daughters reside there, but it has been empty for a while since most of the king's relatives died during the meritronarchy trials.
I thank you for the information and the help. Do you have any advice on how we can fight this?
You get this tug and energy from this like great old star that's called Sirius, the star, and you feel that it's afraid for you.
So no advice. Well, I will.
You get a flash of an image as you think of the advice, and you see yourself just sitting there near the stars and never returning.
I thank you for your help. If I don't return, I hope I can enable others too.
you feel a gratitude pulsating from the star, and you feel this aligns with your spiritual mission.
I wish you well, everyone.
You feel this sort of salute as you're descending from the skies, from all of the cosmic and celestial elements that you interacted with. The sort of salute that reminds you of the salutes that soldiers get when they go to war.
And I'll just sort of contemplate for the rest of my time until I have to return to the others.
Okay. And as you sit in the skies, coming back to you, Fee, you are in the bar with fresh new grooms. What do you do?
Don't worry about Adam, told Rock. Kisari will be right back with news of him.
I'm still burning it. This is fine. This is fine.
And the two of us just like...
So, but what did Mr. Shaq said earlier about the plan? What's the plan? Who do we smash?
It will be revealed to us in time, but we will smash.
Then there are timelines in which we smash nobody.
But why?
Because people will agree to not smash.
We merely buy time until the next smashing, just to make it better.
Waiting may be boring.
Can't you practice your... Don't practice your magic. Whatever. Don't...
Reaches for the great axe.
I want to lean into to him, and I can show you some magic that you can practice. Wait.
Okay.
Yale's nice.
It takes sweaty piss with cumin. Very specific.
Before, when I tried advising about the savageness of these people, I'm merely presenting you with all the options. Sometimes I feel you are blinded with kindness and lack of information about these people.
If one is to give their people the best life, one is to ensure them peace. If one is to ensure them peace, one needs to be able to sit down with potential enemies. If one is to sit down with potential enemies, one needs to not be a constant offense to their enemies. To not be a constant offense to your enemies, you need to see them as people. To see them as people, you need to understand their ways different than yours.
I did not say you should be a constant offense. I just said you should plan for it. And we will have to disagree about this being. And I look at the bunch in the bar that were just going after inside here.
There were a lot of in orders too. You have to.
Yes.
Very complicated.
It's a long chain of conditions.
Yes, I can. I lost it at the
Second link?
second. Yeah.
Thought so. Yeah. Be nice. Be nice. It's good. So how have your studies been coming along?
I've learned how to write.
Oh.
Yes. Until letter Q.
Oh. What have you written?
Tried to write my name, but since I don't know, I know the T from Tulrog.
Yes.
I don't know the U. I don't know the. I know the L. And the K.
Okay. Would you like to learn the U, the second character?
Yes.
Tool.
Yes.
So imagine a glass.
Yes.
Okay, like these. You, like you're drawing a little glass.
So I'm not the glass.
You are the T.
Yes.
First. Then you are the glass.
So there's tea in a glass.
There's tea in a glass.
Okay.
And then you put it on the little shelf that is the L.
Never liked the taste of tea.
Well,
No matter what recipient it comes into.
Well, it's just kind of a way for you to remember your own the spelling of your own name. Tea
Yes.
in a mug on a shelf. Tool. Tool.
Starts to visualize it. Very complicated. Looks at the mug of ale in his hand. So if this would have tea instead of ale,
And then you put it on a shelf.
yes, and it would be me.
It would be the first half of you.
Which one? The upper or the lower half?
The first, I don't know which direction you're counting for, but the first half, tool. Where do you start?
I start with the muscles.
The muscles. Then it's the muscles. We're going inwards. We're not at the bones yet, but
Just
yeah.
strength.
Shakir is an expert on bodies.
You are?
Oh, I'm merely trying to learn the US well.
You're illiterate too.
Excellent report building, Shak. We'll make a diplomat of you yet. Just having good old boys time, I guess.
And then you're having a good old boys time and you start conversing this. Turok, at some point you want to take your papers and try to show what letters you know, and you take your papers and from your backpack, but the papers are already taken out and eaten by a goat.
Right now.
Yes.
Now.
Hey, stop it! Stop it! I grab the antlers and
Easy, big guy.
I don't believe goats have antlers.
well the
horns.
horns,
They
yeah,
have
horns,
the horns,
yeah.
yeah. And you try to grab it by the horns, and someone yells something. Obviously the owner of this goat, and approach it, and it's like you see a big hood, and it's this traveling cloak, bigger than the body, that's approaching you. And we're gonna take a break.
Like and subscribe, dear viewer. Like and subscribe. Not that I wish to imply you've been sleeping on the job. No one is more deserving of a break than viewers, but all our efforts on this channel would have gone to waste unless, well, let's just say your moment to like our videos has come again. The right viewer in the right place can make all the difference in the world. So subscribe, dear viewer. Subscribe and grow this channel.
And coming back from the short break that we have, there was a goat once eating the papers from the pockets of a golden orc nut. And turning around, Tulrok sees the owner of a goat with an oversized hoodie, like bigger than her body, and if you can take this description from me, Alexandra, it would be much appreciated.
Hi. So basically you see a huge sized body that is sort of has a huger hoodie that is covering two heads. So there's a shared body covered by once majestic, now weather-beaten cloak. It's crimson and embroidered with tiny suns and tiny stars that shimmer faintly. And it's something that only a mother's love could make such a beautiful handiwork. And the cloak is frayed and torn because of the unforgiving winds of the desert. And the two heads are atop the same body are unmistakably twins. Both of them red-haired, with beautiful locks, but a different haircut, cute freckles spotting their sunburned face. But you can tell by their demeanor that the personalities are totally different. On the right, Emma's eyes glint with mischief. And she's always plotting, it's very obvious that she's always plotting her next scheme. While Emma on the left, it's calm and calculated, and her thoughtful gaze is always scanning the horizon and thinking up her next move. Their conversation that they're always having seems like an argument that they're having with each other, but together they have navigated so far the barren landscape with an unspoken understanding, but mostly with an unspoken misunderstanding. This is the conjoined twins of Emma and Emma. Two heads, one body.
Tulrok.
Hey, you two.
Us?
Yes.
Me.
Is this yours? I'm pointing towards the goat.
Oh my god, that's Tilly! Tilly, come here! I'm sorry, did she bother you?
She ate papers.
Were they important papers?
Very.
You wanna scoop the poop and look? I can make Tilly go poop, look! And I try to squeeze, I take her up and I try to squeeze her body.
Give me an animal handling.
Okay. God. 11 plus, I think nothing.
And as she's trying to make the goat poop, and we're gonna find out in a second, Tulrok, how does your character look like for the conjoined twins over here?
It's a towering figure of a man with shaved head, very surprisingly well-trimmed beard, a symmetrical face with tribal tattoos on his face. He's not wearing any type of clothing outside of a cloak that he has now it's tied around his neck, and he's you would see the tribal you might see some hints of tribal tattoos underneath golden from head to toe, including the clothes, paint.
He looks like a very shiny, very symmetrical orchid. Something wrong with him.
Okay.
He grew very even.
Right. Well, in that case, I still need to tell you the if I how much I rolled on my
Yes.
animal handling.
Yes.
Okay. So, it's 12.
So as you're trying to make the goat poop, that's a high DC to make an animal poop on command, you're just squeezing it as the goat goes in this tavern. The barkeep, Zaraza, is eyeing you in a weird way.
Okay, I'm going to try to just shush the goat and kind of put it in the goat. But if I join you today, sir, we might be able to get her poop in about 12 dozen hours from now, and we just, you recover your materials.
I need my letters back.
Oh, it's plural. Oh, okay. Right. I just tried to run away.
I start
So
dashing.
give me an
Be polite.
Give me an athletics, and also you're gonna be a contested athletics. As the two gentlemen, as you're gonna roll, the two gentlemen sitting next to Tulrok over here are watching this. Please describe yourselves.
Pax has some hint of human elven features coming out from beneath
You haven't seen elves.
pretty elegant hood.
Very symmetrical human with pointy ears.
And yeah, mostly keeping a low profile, although gesturing very amply and failing.
Okay.
He also has a shield and a gentleman dressed in green attire with 7 stars on their cape.
And next to him, there is an alien-looking humanoid that's really, really slim, and it's dark grayish-brown with uneven patches of scales on him, and it looks like it has very good muscle definition, and the face has serpentine features, with one of its eyes just looking at Amma in disgust as she approached, and the other eye is obscured by the fact that he has a silver mask covering what appears to be some sort of burn wound on the right side of his face. And when you approached, you saw that he has drawn a weapon under the table.
You've seen this sort of creature before. It's a snake folk. It's native to this land.
Okay.
But usually they are bright colored.
Contested athletics. Now, as you catch a glimpse of them as you're running from this golden orc, maybe-ish. Might be. As you're running, he's trying to tackle you down. How much is it?
25.
25?
It's okay because I have a 10, but either way, when I saw the gentleman, the symmetrical pointy-eared person with a cloak, one of the heads, the right one, kind of stops the rest of the body and is like, woo, wait a second.
And you sort of flank.
Stumble.
And as you're falling in slow motion, you see the symmetrical, very symmetrical, without the extra appendages. What's up with that? And pointy ears, human. What do you guys do?
So I need my letters. I'm over her. I said, give me my letters. I need my letters.
Are they still in the tavern?
Yes.
Yeah.
You stare at both of the heads.
We could take that out back and kill it.
Tolrock, honey, they're in the goat. How are they supposed to,
Honey.
Wait for the goat to poop letters back.
Yeah, but that'll be poop, Tolrock. Would you like the poop from paper?
But maybe letters come back.
No, the body minces them into poop, Tolrock.
All the letters become poop.
Yeah, if a goat eats them.
For one magic, I can make her puke. And I try to insert my
as you say
finger.
this, you hear a lot of gasps. Oh no! Poo! People start spitting their waters everywhere. And they call for the hands. Where are the hands?
Right here.
Yeah, don't do that. They don't like that here.
Someone call for the Legion of Unseen Hands. And there's a guy running out of the tavern.
It was a figure of speech. She meant finger down the throat.
I was referring to. I was saying mimic.
There's a guy.
I called that out
Can
to
I
him.
run out
Just
as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Persuasion and athletics, I think. Which one is higher? It's getting there first.
27
today.
17.
Okay, so before you reach him, Pax's words reach the young sun-kissed child with 4 legs. This is why he's running so fast, like a gazelle. What do you say to him?
It was just a figure of speech, friend, about fingers down the throat and the M word of that causing a throw up.
He turns and he says, "What's a figure of speech?" As Shaq is tackling him.
No, I'm not tackling. I'm just near him. As he stopped, I also stopped, and I'm literally face to face with him and looking.
I'll engage the young man in a nice discussion of semantics and figures of speech and all those things.
Can I have a bottle of water?
You can have a sip of my ale.
Okay, and he takes your jug, starts licking it with his dried lips and leaves a bit of sand there.
Well, the second way I try to pickpocket him and search for one magic.
To rock or...
No, Pax, the gentleman in a beautiful cologne.
You try to pickpocket him. Perception against sleight of hand.
You're fast.
Can we see that?
Yes, perception.
17.
It's a 7.
20 how?
Okay, so
20.
20?
sleight of hand,
Yes.
19.
So the only one you're oblivious to this is you're focusing on the young child,
about-
explaining about what's a figure of speech. He nods, he drinks the water, he's more excited about the water. Shaq, you're just eyeing the boy, but in the meantime, the two girls, conjoined twins, come behind Pax and sort of slip one of their hands that's very small in comparison to their big demeanor, and slips from behind. But you're at the angle, Turlov. You can see this.
You!
Me?
Give it back.
Which one of us are you talking to?
Both of you, give it back.
Give what back?
I saw you. You and your sneaky goat.
Goat ate stuff.
Yes, goat ate stuff and you took it from his pockets.
What's that now?
Mr. Sun King. She took.
Roll a d20 to find out what you pulled.
Fuck. Okay, it's a 5.
It's one magic. No, I'm kidding.
End of campaign.
Loading inventory. It's coming.
As you glimpse in your hand, you try to see which object did you smuggled, and if that is magic or not. You try to assess this, and you find out that is. How much was it? Is it 4?
5.
5.
I'm also checking the inventory, and you find out with utter surprise that it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a javelin. It's a telescopic javelin, and it goes for miles and miles. What do you do?
I look at it and I just like, if you give me one magic, I give back.
I think you have it enough. I want to grapple the two-headed human.
Athletics.
Easy
Athletics or
now.
acrobatics to escape.
Against mine?
Yes.
May I acrobatics? Okay. It's a 9.
So it's a 9 escaping for you, and you
17.
Yeah, you.
Oh, okay. I grab and I start dragging them.
Easy.
We're just going to go around back a bit, and I pull out the
No,
knife and I
No, Shaq, we're not. Sit the nice ladies
Yes.
down with us.
Yeah.
Please have a seat.
You know, I like actually make
Okay.
another proposition, and I put the knife. Like,
Whoa,
to both ways.
no.
Which one do you want to keep?
I pulled his hand away.
dates.
I pulled his hand away
Got us into
real
a lot
quick.
of trouble. Let's give them water and dates. Stop it. Just shut up and wait for them to say something.
You must know activity has to be punished around here, right?
We're not gonna fucking and he leans in and starts going at it. We're not gonna fucking show these people we're here in their nation putting throats to their necks in their taverns. Think of the optics for one fucking second how this looks. God fucking
Listen
to the
symmetrical
Going to scare
Again,
them.
as you say hebdomeds, like all the people are very chill. They've seen, as you say hebdomeds, a lot of the people say, I've seen hands, God, I've seen hands. And there's the same guy who's...
Figure of speech. We've gone through this.
Same as me.
Give me a deception this time.
24.
He stops and says, the guy with the 4 legs and dry lips, water?
Figure of speech, but
Water. Sip of water.
it's not a figure of speech depending on whether you've drunk or not.
I'm
That's not how
going
that
to give
works.
it to him. May I
just
give it to
is.
him from my spit bottle? Okay.
He drinks it and sort of looks into your eyes but doesn't stop.
Put a rag on it first, maybe. To filter it.
Figure of speech.
She's doubled, but how many arms and legs? 2 of each?
2 of each. No, not 2 of each. Just same body, 2 different
Just
heads.
2 heads, okay. And she's Turok's sized?
No, she's small. It's human size.
Right,
She's
okay.
small as
And
heck.
sort of a teenager.
The hood was making the head look big.
Fine. Have a seat. Your name was Emma and...
Emma. And Emma.
Amma and Emma.
Why would it? Why,
It's spelled different.
why would you? Why would anyone? Fine. So, do you need that javelin for something?
To give it back to you, sir?
Sure.
It's
Sure.
okay.
Okay.
But you said something about magical objects.
The whole pub goes again. This time they're lying. Cause someone called the unseen hands and there's several people going outside.
No, wait.
You're not supposed to say that, sir.
The orc Zaraza turns and he says, I'm telling you this only because you're with the Ascended. You should get out or you're gonna be burned to
I
sticks.
try to see if I see the Ascended anywhere around.
She's not here.
Let's head up to our room like good,
No,
non-heretical
not
boys.
here. They will know that you said it. They will find you and scorch you.
Yeah, might be a good idea to exit at this point.
I have a...
You have about 5 minutes.
I have a hotel right around. It's a beautiful hotel. We are going to be safe, all of us there.
You have a what?
A hotel?
Explain.
It's a place where you go and sleep and you...
And it's yours.
Yes.
So you go
My
around.
mom saw it for me.
You go around pickpocketing people and feeding.
Come see, just come quick because they
They do punish you.
We're gonna get our organs harvested. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
You go through the market square in this dusty path, and you see that the streets of Ramidava, now that it's dark outside, there are no longer bustling, but it's chaos as a lot of people try to find shelter and shelter from the night sky. You see a lot of mutated humans just sleeping in sort of improvised tents or cardboards or under just leaves that are dried out. You see the merchants gathering their stuff and sort of sleeping in their constructed what you might call it, the carts and the display. Buffets, I don't know how you call them. Booths, yeah, the booths. Exactly, thank you. And they're trying to find refuge. But, however, you go where Amma and Emma lead you to, and you end up in an area just outside the center. It's an open space, and it's sprawling a tent camp. With a lot of nomadic traders and travelers. You see a lot of booths that are gathered, some carts, some animals like donkeys or goats that are used for motion, and most of the tents are worn out and patched. And apart from one that is very ostentative and sort of tall and has this rich and golden drapes around it, with the smoke curls coming lazily from inside it.
That's not my tent.
Is this hotel?
Right here, kind sir. And I'm going to take you to what looks like a bunch of rags sewn together, like multiple materials sort of sewn together. And you can see that basically I used some pillars of wood that I found around to kind of pitch it, and scraps of either fibers from leaves that I kind of put together so that it stands on a structure, and some palm leaves inside and things that could keep you cool. My mom sewn it for me, and it's from the clothes of my dead brothers and sisters.
Reminds me of home.
Really? Are you from here? Are you from Deva?
No.
Oh, because I didn't see you around there, so that's why.
No, we're not. I being a golden orc as I am, as you can probably see, I travel a lot.
Because that's how golden orcs do. They travel a lot.
Yes.
You know that golden orcs are supposed to guard Deva.
Guard everything.
They never came.
But, I mean, if you travel a lot, why haven't you ever come to our city? You were supposed to protect people. You were supposed to protect people and come whenever there is drought or whenever someone is saving. 14 of my brothers and sisters died.
Well, sorry, many people to protect only one of Tulrok.
Tulrok doesn't sound like an orcish name.
Where did you say you're from? Are you secretly from somewhere else?
A bit higher. We hear whispers.
I'm going to whisper. Are you secretly from somewhere else? Are you with this gentleman that probably has one magic with
Stop
him?
saying the M word.
I whispered.
Why are you searching for it? You lowlifes abhor it and run away from it. Why are you, scum of the earth, searching for something like this?
Gentleman is mean to us.
This is shock. This is what he does.
Both of them. I mean, one of them starts crying while
Are
the
you
other.
outside or
For the sake
inside the
of
tent?
our
Inside of- I wanted to take them inside of the
earlier,
tent.
I will not slap it so that it regains its senses. Okay? This is progress.
This is, I assume, progress.
So,
I give you my papers back from Tilly. For one man.
magic. What? Why are you looking for magic?
Stop saying the M word.
All of you give me a stealth to see with advantage since you're whispering.
Yeah.
To see if someone else hears it.
I wouldn't have said that. If I saw anyone nearby, I wouldn't have said it.
But it's no one nearby, but you're in a tent.
We're not that.
Okay, then I'll...
Am I also in the tent?
With advantage.
Be like a cloak.
Yeah, like the head is bobbing out of the tent and he's now the pillar holding the tent
16.
together.
Okay,
Oh, sorry, I didn't.
advantage.
With advantage.
Yes.
Yeah. Never mind.
Maybe use a different dice. Maybe definitely use a different dice.
You need to switch places again?
Use the need to switch dice.
How much is it?
It's a 2+. It's a 6.
With advantage.
She rolled 2 2s.
Okay. You're sure no one heard you?
Okay, fuck. Begone, monster. Okay, I'm sorry.
You touched my gay dice.
I can tell you people haven't had to live in Green Spring with 7 idiotic taboos a day and having to manage that. I can tell.
Where is this Green Spring, sir?
Where is this? Okay. Not educated either. A kingdom far, far away beyond the Redlands in the Greenlands.
You're from the Red Kingdom.
Green.
From the Green Kingdom.
Higher.
You're from the Green Kingdom.
Yes. Calmly. Calm. We can be calm about that.
Okay.
We're from a place where when we say the M word, we don't get murdered and investigated. And
You
prosecuted.
lost them. They are talking between each other. Finally, we can do it, says Emma excitedly for the first time because you don't really see her smile a lot, and the other one is like, yes, we are so close to it, and now we give them the papers back from Tilly, and then we have one magic, and then we're finally free. What are you gonna do with your body first? What are you gonna do with your body first?
I can split you apart. At no cost.
He doesn't mean in any good way.
It's an option, should you choose to take it.
By
Now.
the way, Mr. Shaklashak, can you show me? You said something about doing magic.
That must be my coffee.
Tricks! Use the word tricks! Tricks, I will show you tricks.
Tricks, yes. Wonderful use of it.
16. So you're pretty sure no one heard any of this.
Can I poke my head?
Times we said the 4 times so far.
I'm a
isn't it?
teenager. I cannot help myself, but you're grown.
Can I poke my head outside the tent to...
Yes, you poke yourself head outside the tent, and outside you see a hyena folk.
Ooh.
Very thin and sort of lanky and smiling widely.
I motion it to come closer.
It's right there in front of you.
Okay.
It's the sort of predatory eye contact that you make with beast folk in general.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I pull out from my bag a container and I open it and I wave it in front of its face. It's filled with blood. I motion it as if to pour some, to feed it a bit.
He extends a hand.
I pour it into its hand.
He drinks it and extends the other hand.
Now, for a bit more, you will
Persuasion.
not say anything about this place. Yes, it's
With advantage since you for the bribes.
nice. 20.
He extends one hand expectantly to get the bottle.
I put the water. We have a deal, right? I don't.
Nods with a wide grin and sort of points towards with his like wobbly eyes that are injection with a sort of like adrenaline, and he looks at the big tent.
What do you know about the tent?
He sort of shrugs and leaves with the bottle.
So, since we're on this,
You're back inside now.
and we're not using the M word, we're using trick instead while we're here because the M word upsets them a lot. Why are you here, Dolrock?
Well, I've been mistreated.
Oh,
Yes, I went to Mr. Adams' house to ask him to come out and play. And-
as one does.
Yes, and his mom said he was away.
Oh no.
Yes, and he left me behind. I'm very upset. I need to have a conversation with him.
You've been following him for several days now?
Yes.
Looking for him?
Yep.
How will that affect your schoolwork?
Well, I like to travel while I study.
Won't the other kids in the kindergarten for gifted children miss you?
Some were destroyed during the cataclysm, and the remaining ones, I'm not sure. I try to blend in, but it was really difficult. They made fun of me, called me names.
What did he call you, Dolrock?
I cannot.
What mean things? What are you subjected to?
They called me ape, donkey, all sorts of animals. Big dumb rock. Yes,
Kids are very mean.
yes, they were. I felt I also learned from the Miss teacher. I also learned the word ostracized. I was ostracized by them.
And Adam never mistreated you. He's your real friend, and you want to play with him.
Yes,
No, makes sense.
and protect him. He seems like the type of fellow who needs.
Yeah, where are those two, by the way?
You smell burning flesh.
That's a perfect way to transition as you are thinking of Adam. Adam is on a rocky hill, just communing. He went through a communion with his ancestral star, with Hebdom. And he's rolling the saving throw. Give me the first one.
What did I?
This is VIM, the Tale of Immortality, where a keyword is mortality.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, the way that it rolled.
Yeah.
It was like 16 error.
A failure.
So it's a failure. Give me a percentile die now.
68.
Okay, with the 68, you feel a splash of water and a graceful hand trying to stabilize your breathing, pressing you on your chest. You get a success.
Okay.
6 seconds pass by. You roll again.
2.
Oh my god.
You roll me a percentile die. Oh my god.
Where die is the keyword.
Percentile.
87.
87, okay. She splatters again. I'm gonna put this here so you guys think that I'm not cheating. 16, a success.
Okay.
Another success.
Now it's the roll. Come on. Nope. That's a 6.
Since you've got to commune with your grandfather, you have a new ability unlocked, which is the ability to ascend. You have to give me a wisdom saving throw.
To ascend it. Let's go.
Well, that's okay.
Wisdom save.
That's not a good thing, is it?
Welcome to the game.
It's like the wispy thing in World of Warcraft.
Not quite.
Is it?
Oh, it's
No, you'll see.
Okay.
You'll see. Oh, we'll see.
13.
So with a 13, you pass the first check. As you feel that your soul is being tugged, but you know that your body is not very strong, and the second check will be a Constitution save.
Dirty 20.
You had to pass a 19. So you feel your soul going. You feel your body just cracking open as the flames that surrounded you to get you able to commune with your ancestor just ended your life. You were burned and scorched and you couldn't resist. Teleftos couldn't bring you back to life. And you caved in and you were dead. And for a split of a second, something, the fraction soul inside you, being purified by your great grandfather, started to rise and rise and rise, and flames erupted, but flames of cleansing and puring, and you extinguish your whole body, your skeletal, your derma, anything. As now you rise as a celestial plane, as a lower Deva. You have, I'm gonna send you this new stats, and you ascend inside the skies, being called to as it's night already, and you leave Teleftos behind. And for the first time, you're confused, everything is dazed, you're just communing with other spiritual beings. Including Isari over here. Like you, as you are about to go and thank the stars and go back to the earth, one Sirius, the star, the grand star, stops you, and you feel the message. There's another, newer, older.
Where?
He points, and you see the ever radiating presence of Adam.
I just
What?
take a moment and look. I felt this burn just a couple of minutes ago, but now it's within me, it's inside me. I sort of feel like radiating the same flames and energy as the stars. What's happening?
You've ascended. But that means... Did you fail your ritual?
Not really. It's just afterwards when I regained consciousness that the flames I was surrounded in took over me.
She's... No, we can do this. I told her not to let you die. It's too dangerous. But I guess it's too late now.
What does this mean? Where are we?
When...
I'm asking also where exactly
You're
are
dead,
we? Like,
but you're so doesn't feel dead, and you're in the skies. You're in the skies with a starry formicari, and you see and you feel the energy and the presence of other stars. There's so many, it's so confusing as well.
Okay.
When I disappear at night, this is where I come to commune with the stars.
All of the, and for the viewers, the speech that you have, it's very earthly and I don't know, superficial right now. But imagine that in that plane, they sort of communicate feelings and light and symbols rather than. But it's for you guys.
Okay. This I did not expect in the slightest, though. I think I mean, my brief interaction when I transposed myself to speak with my ancestor would have them. I felt the effects of somewhat that. Not transition, the ascension. I got glimpses of where he went, how he might have gotten it. It's still a bit hazy. What's gonna happen to me? What will I think this will incur?
I think that people will kill themselves in you. Just be prepared for a lot of attention. Would I know, like, having another ascendant, is that going to impact our diplomacy, especially if it's someone from the Green Kingdom?
Definitely. Like, the part of you is giddy with this energy, but the part of you, it's very confused since he was a follower of a different, and you don't know about him serving the god of light. He just expressed interest now, but then his ancestor was a star that was the first human who ascended. So it's a...
I actually don't know. Because I haven't heard of anyone from your religion ascending. I don't know what this could do. I don't know the impact of it. I just know how other people will react, but in regards to your faith or how this is going to play in politics, I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure that this will reverberate and have various effects all over. Though,
how's Pax going to do?
I do not know. I mean, I had this thought before, and in my family we know that Habdom ascended, though it is now made clear that something made him, when he went seeking the answers, it ultimately led him to Luminal, apparently, to ascend to what I believe maybe attain his immortality. We are not yet immortal, right?
No, I think from what I have been told, we can still die. Or we can at least be removed.
Extinguished, let's call it.
Extinguished, yes. And a lot of no ascended has survived the last 100, 200 days, except me. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know that you can ascend further,
Yes.
but you need to achieve... You need to finish your mission,
I see.
at least.
That I will. I apologize, but I might require further assistance from you to learning how to manage this.
Yeah. We'll need to find you some special gloves, because I've got special gloves.
Oven mitts.
When it comes to practicalities, I can
remember
definitely try and help.
You remember you getting the gloves from a storyteller?
Oh yeah. I don't know if we're gonna get them.
It's all right. I would have some spells at my disposal I could use to assist me with maneuvering things, if that may be. It's just that, yes, I'll...
At least you can fly now, I guess.
Okay.
But
well-
yeah, I'll help you how I can, but
How do we get back?
How do you make this thing go down?
I'm gonna take his hand. And then I'll like guide him back towards.
As you go back towards the red kingdom, the earth, you've seen that the whole night has passed, and I assume you guys, after chatting and waiting, you went to sleep.
But just one thing, those documents will be destroyed. I personally would want to help them to get the documents out, and I
And your
will
plan is?
try to make the go pew.
Backtracks would clarify before it's probably just his spelling practice. Right?
Still doing it.
Probably also some studies that I learned or something that I've learned at the kindergarten. Yeah. So.
I'm sure I don't need to traumatize the goat any further.
Animal handling, as you started already.
Does the goat look in distress?
Yes.
But could we perhaps have the favor of resting without worry that you will rob us of our things?
I don't want to rob you. Well, with it, it's fine.
No more taking stuff, please. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
but we are friends now, and you tell me where you come from?
If you rob us, I will pull out your stomach through your throats.
And if you want, we can take you places, but where we're going is usually pretty deadly, and you probably don't want that.
I'm used to death. My brothers and sisters died all the time. Yes, we had 14 brothers and sisters so far.
Which
Only
is
7 of us is left.
Were they also attached?
What do you mean attached to what?
Your body. Like you were more heads and now they disappeared?
No, they have several members on themselves. Like
separate bodies.
Salveta has 3 eyes. Sebastian's has 3 legs. What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
You see this one, it was pretty handy when it tried to rob you. You didn't even notice. Perhaps that might be useful
Perhaps.
for certain activities.
What I'm saying is, you probably want to avoid your own death. You can come with us, but we're worried. You have to keep yourself safe.
From him?
Yes.
Among other things. Also, things we might be facing, also him.
But Sir Turok is a guard that protects us from many dangers, such as this snaky person.
I run a finger along his hand, and there's a gray line left, and I show you the gold paint.
Both heads go like, shock. They are mischievous.
Well, I am though a guard and I'm very
You're
well.
not. But are you an orc, sir?
Perhaps.
What happened?
I'm very well trained in the art of and stuffs.
There's no tusks.
Manipule?
Tricks.
I'm trying to
Tricks.
finger his mouth and see if there's no tusks.
As he's very tall, do you like?
I try to reach.
She starts to jump and sort of finger your mouth with the same finger that I gestures fingering the goat.
I'm looking down and what you wanna do?
Search for your teeth. Yeah, we're trying
Why?
to figure out if you're really, because orcs have large teeth. Some of them even 4 or 6, and their mouth is like,
Oh, say they have bigger teeth than their mouth?
yes, all the time. Most of them.
Interesting. I am mostly impaired.
Okay, it's sleep time for everyone. No robbing, no cutting people. Be careful when you roll in your sleep.
Yes.
Good. Let's try and survive. Where are those two?
You go to sleep, You sleep quite poorly. You recover only half of your HP. Because this is the Red Kingdom. And...
So half of our maximum.
Yes.
Okay.
And... not half of the difference between what you have
Half
now
of what's
and
missing.
Yeah.
Half of what's missing.
Yes. And as the night passes by and a new dawn comes, it comes with new friends. As in front of the tent, you wake up as you're used to at dawn, and in front of the tent you see two figures.
I would have wanted to try something before that. Even so, let's say we would descend somewhere not right in front of their camp, but
As we're like coming,
yeah. I would have tried to.
You draw again from the deck because it's
Yes,
anything.
that as
I'm
well.
assuming that I can actually touch him.
But
Yes.
Yeah.
And without burning him, it's quite pleasant. And now that
Human
you
contact.
and as you touch him, you see that he has a different coloration than you, a different texture. You're made of sun material.
Yeah, but so I drew the gem and the ruins.
Literally says gem on it, like GEM.
Yes. Gem and the ruins. We'll interpret that when it comes to. But so the first thing, as soon as we descend, is that this star that shines, it's not yellowish, orangish. It's still a star, but it's like those blue stars. So it has a more bluish appearance to it, and like it's centered somewhere near the chest, and extending from it, there are various other stars that form various constellations as well. Some that would be found as well in his astral deck, and some that you've probably seen that when he uses his ability, the portent ability, they shine above him. All those different constellations are all around, like in his form, in his appearance, let's say, in his body. And, okay. I really don't want to cause a panic just about now, so as we descend, I will try and cast a spell while we're still up in there.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
Do you like meteors?
There, I'll take the hits again now that I know this is destroyed.
Because meteor is hitting you with great concentration.
As Adam is trying to cast a spell, sparks. It's very weird as you're trying to get used to it. Sparks of flickering energy draw from your disembodied fingers and radiating. Isari, it's quite a visage as this energy's like fuzz, and you cast something.
Okay, I will try and cast what's it called? Arcanist magical aura or something like that. Let me double check. Which basically allows me to. I remember I've cast it on you as well when we were in the Green Kingdom to make your figure like dim a little bit, the brightness. So I will try that again. I haven't prepared it.
So you cast
magical aura, yes, which allows me to place an illusion on a creature or object, so that reveals sort of false information about it.
Okay, he looks now like an Aasimar who radiates a bit more than usual Aasimars, and he radiates this cold light rather than a warm one.
Does he look kind of like an Aasimar version of his human form?
Yes.
Yeah, you're looking good. I'm gonna look around. Is anything happening around us? Like,
You look around perception.
okay. That was the one you touched. That was 12.
You see nothing in the skies, nothing all around you. You see just Ramidava a few feet.
Yeah, because I'm just like, I mean, I hopefully we can get away with this.
Yes, let's quickly.
Yeah. Okay. I'm assuming we land in the encampment.
Somewhere
Like,
close, I would say.
or do we land outside the original hotel?
So you, it's an inn. It's not a hotel.
Inn, sorry.
So you go towards the inn, and you immediately the bartender's blob. But he's waiting for you outside. As he's seen you, he bows and he says, "They went to the camp, the tent camp for the merchants." With the
Why?
Because they started saying the M word, the forbidden cursed word, and the hands, the unseen hands were coming. They rummaged and searched for them. They don't like it. They're on their tail.
Fly off.
I walk. Try
So
to
you
be
walk,
as inconspicuous.
A lot of people turn their heads and nod in your direction, but they obviously they worship Besari and they run after her. And you end up after a while, as the dawn is making way through the day, the 6 hours of dawn, in front of the tent where Amma and Emma are welcoming the first light.
Do I see them?
Yes. You see an Ascended and an Asimar with a cold sort of light coloration.
I would have looked pretty much like before, so except from this very, very faint dim bluish coloration emanating from me. You see what looks to be like a human that
he doesn't like you radiate. You don't look like a human, but you have your human features. Like
but again, I have this radiant
Quality.
bluish glow.
Yeah.
So you would believe I'm Asmar. But quite stoic looking. He has medium short black hair with white fringes in front. You see that he looks very stern and walks almost like with a purpose, and wears what looks to be a magician's robe. He has like a very well made, nice looking vest beneath a cape, which
they're also radiating.
they have golden filigree, so he
They're
looks
reddish.
Radiating light.
and from his attire he looks to be quite posh and wealthy, but
the attire doesn't seem to look natural. Like it radiates light.
And the cape, depending what's your passive perception,
Are they symmetrical?
Very symmetrical.
because depending on this you might see some things on my cape.
Perfect. So my passive perception is 14.
Okay, then in this case I'll say you can see the fact that behind the cape, so from on the inside, there are moving constellations. So it's various stars, patterns that they go. He has his cape closed pretty much, but when the wind blows and such, you could see.
And next to
That.
him, you see sort of like quite an athletic figure with like light braided hair, again, sort of just glowing. And I'm wearing a cape that's held together with a sunburst brooch and what look like monk robes, which you may have seen like here and there within the cities. And I've got these wraps around my lower arms and my hands with this sort of sun design all the way through it. And I've got a couple weapons on me, but they just kind of look like they're there more for decoration than for actual use.
For stats.
Yeah, for stats and for the aesthetic.
Her form entirely, including her garments and weapons, are made of light.
And I'm looking like maybe the most pissed you'll see Asari. Which isn't that pissed, to be honest. And she
You said
said,
Asari?
Isari.
Sorry.
Yeah. And she just looks at you like, who are you?
Okay, I'm just, I froze, and I just babbled half of the prayer that I kind of remember. Quite preparing. I'm worthy flesh no more. Spirit around. Susan. And I'm just saying it over and over and over and over again because I'm in kind of a shock.
It's no, just I
Trying to
have
touch
you.
her.
No.
We know how that goes.
I'm trying to.
Have you seen a human, a golden orc? And
The ascendant.
yes, I'm. Are
you both ascendant?
No, just me. I'm gonna like look
Same.
Have you seen my friends? Apparently,
Really pure soul.
As you're trying to touch her, Isari, give me a dexterity check.
Dex is a 15.
Okay, go with an athletics.
Okay. Oh no, I have to roll worse than you.
You put your hands inside. You put one of your hands inside and you get 2d10 damage, radiant damage.
Why are you like this?
Because I'm a child.
9. You get 9 damage. What are you rolling for?
I don't know why.
You get 9 damage from
You
me.
get 9 damage from your hand. It burns. It burns like the scorching sun. You feel cleansed.
Okay.
I'm just step away. Just like, Pax. It would be
Night, finally. Sorry.
Sorry, there was a slight delay,
Steps out.
but it looks like everything worked out.
Good to see you. We do have to talk.
Adam radiates.
And I radiate.
They say the seal? What?
Does he have like an indication of like magic around here, or does he look like an illusion in any way?
Like even his clothes are glowing.
You can give me a Vita scry.
He looks like
Yes. Okay. So looking at you,
I don't know the anatomy of it.
So it's a coat of sort of energy that you associate with Luminite energy whenever a cleric does something like this area. You've seen it in the Red Kingdom. And then underneath is just a celestial body.
I look at you and I bow down, pick up a pebble, throw it. Does it go through you?
It goes through.
First try to...
So first try to hit, right?
I
Yeah.
have to roll for a pebble.
Yes.
Okay, don't have proficiency in pebbles.
it's your.
I mean-
just like your attack.
Yeah.
Anand.
Okay, it should be 22.
Yeah. Okay. So I tried to go over, but the pebble
It
hits.
lands in the middle area where he has this vest, and it goes through and it burns a little bit.
Thor also wakes up, but because he wakes up suddenly, he destroys the tent basically.
So the tent lifts up, and you have a cape now.
Yeah.
My monies.
Rock.
You see a golden Tulrok, and you see a bluish Adam.
And you see me trying to keep her off it.
Okay, this is what's happening. I mean,
No, that.
We have a pet thief now.
No,
no,
that is
it's
not.
not.
It's a goat.
What's changed about you?
why is Tulrok here? What?
Why is he in gold?
These are not the big questions. The big question is, Adam, where's your body?
He's an ascendant now. He's made of light that really
No,
burns,
I'm-
and it means that you are like yours.
And you burn her.
I love the special clothes.
She
No,
has special
okay.
gloves.
I...
You're touched by an ascendant, and you don't burn.
Oh, she's got 2 heads, sorry.
So, short version is the ritual did work. I managed to get in contact with my ancestor, that of Hebdom, which revealed to me a few information that might be key to the mission. But afterwards, the ritual took its toll on me, and earthly flames overtook me. And let's say I shed that skin. in the process of attaining ascension. The first grade, at least. And I'm yet not comfortable with revealing this new form. As we saw with Isar, it might cause some stirs, especially that my form, it's slightly different. Might be interpreted otherwise, but we'll get to that in a
What?
moment.
Close? And I point towards the remains of the tent that are around my shoulders now.
It's alright to rock, no need to worry about that.
My Minister of Magic is a ghost.
Well,
You've said the M word.
It's morning. It's quite busy there. I'm not gonna even make you roll like a lot of people.
It's night.
No, it's
no,
morning.
it's getting
It's
dusk.
morning. The next,
Yeah.
it was dusk, night. You slept. It's dawn. It's morning, and everybody's out and about, and a lot of people around who do the unseen hands. Yes, someone called the unseen hands.
Yeah, Hara's the ghost.
Don't worry, Pax. If anything, I believe it might work in our favor. But regarding that information I told you that might help with the mission, if they believe our astrals have any involvement in their curse, I do believe that is not to be concerned of, as when seeking guidance from Hebdom and asking about if astrals are involved in any way sort with this. All I got was cryptic words that I've interpreted as they just want to be left in their own space with the Green Kingdom, and they do not interfere outside their domain.
I'm sure all of that is important, and you need to simulate this continuation of your existence as a person. But I think you need to focus and reconcile, I guess. I'm not an expert on ghosts. With your death, Adam. I don't think you're quite registering.
I understand. For me as well, it's a mess right now. To be honest, it would be much appreciated if you would give me an hour or two to go back to the place.
Where are your ashes?
Don't worry. I'll.
No, you're not gonna pick up your own ashes. That is weird. Pick one of us to come with you to get them or something.
I can go. I should have been there anyways.
I'll take Torok, and if anything, I can be back in 1 hour or two, and then we can.
We do need to go and meet with the king soon, so.
We're not, I don't think we should present our hebdomatic ghost.
Can't we present a hebdomatic ascendant?
People again, hebdomatic. Oh my god, someone call them, and you see a bunch, you see a bunch of guards coming towards your place.
I will go towards the guards.
If anything, King, you can use this. Can use me as an example that one of the descendants of Hebdom, he is, let's not say in league with them, but he does not. Discriminate. Should I say? Yes, in a way, let's say discriminate the fact that this should be a problem of theology, let's say. So should probably just further the fact that it's not caused by our faith or religion, but something more that it's from within them what's causing this plague. Or the
How much of Adam's memory do you have, Spirit?
spirit. I would have.
Yes, you, as a lower Deva, you have all your memories, but no mobility to move.
To move.
To pick things up.
To
and
pick
stuff.
things up, and
Oh, yeah,
I sent
yeah.
you a sheet.
Okay, yeah. It's a long one. I didn't have time to read it,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I will.
He's not technically a spirit. It's just still Adam, but in a slightly different form. Like me.
Yes, you're also a fire ghost.
But I'm not
They're
like
the ascendant.
You have a body.
We prefer being
yes,
called.
but not a physical one.
So no, that makes a no. When I say do I have money, yes, but not physical money, that's a no.
What is money?
Don't worry about it. But I only like he was. I like your peace spirit ways, but
Great.
the man who died and left the spirit was my friend.
Sometimes.
So
Sorry. But I mean, he's still Adam. It's just a different form of Adam.
Yes, but I should have been there to protect him.
no, he's a residue from what used to be Adam.
He's
Adam,
the ascendant, sir.
but-
I'm sorry to
No.
interrupt, but they are chosen for their pure spirit and good life that they led.
I understand.
Only few of us. We have never seen someone ascend before.
I understand the Luminite cope about spiritual afterlife and all of that, and I respect it, and good on you that he still counts as...
There were a lot more esoteric practices and things that
esoteric?
are at the mid are in the middle of all of this. It's all not. Yes, as you said, it's connected in parts to the deeds one has done, but it's also, from what I feel, it's also a state of mind more than anything.
So you can
Which
magic
I-
your mind?
How about, because you're gonna keep saying that word, you go with them to get the ashes, so that you know, you don't attract any more of the anti-M-word
So
police.
at this moment, there's a lot of golden guards around you, and a lot of hooded figures that have these masks with white paint hands all over their cloaks and masks.
And I recognize that they are
The unseen
golden
hands.
oaks and
The
also
unseen hands, yeah.
the
those
unseen
are-
hands.
We're tight on time now. We're gonna go to the king. You're gonna go get the ashes. One last thing.
There's an orc who says no one leaves.
I have this in hand. Don't worry, they're my responsibility.
And the king literally expects us.
The king expects you. No one leaves.
Well, yes, we were going to go and see the king.
No
now.
one leaves, and he looks at Adam
Okay.
and at the girl with two heads.
We're friends.
No one leaves or no one leaves.
They look at each other and they say no one leaves.
So is the king coming here?
No,
No,
you're.
okay.
We're
Let's get this
getting
out
you
of
to
the way.
them.
Oh, okay.
And there's this like creepy dudes with the mask and the white hands, and they say, give us them, give us. And the orc, the golden chief orc says, no, not unless the king sparred them.
Well, to the king then.
Does it have an accent resembling of a snake folk? Does Vita's cry make him resemble? Will I be able to figure out that it has similar
You use
internal
Vita's cry, and the hooded ones, some of them are snake folk.
Right.
To good King Zamotse, fair bystanders and spirits. And
I'm going to
Tulrok.
whisper to one of them, by the way. I'm sorry for interrupting. I'm going, because it's important. May I whisper about I know about the tunnel, right? I still
The
do.
what? Yes.
About the tunnel, okay. Don't worry, Ascended One. I know about the secret tunnel that we can use and escape. And then you are going to help me.
Help you in what?
With white magic.
There's someone hissing.
I'm saying it like super. Okay.
Thanks.
Cool.
Okay. We'll see.
I'm going to try to whisper all of this because I, of course, don't want to. Okay.
So you pass again the bustling market and the people.
On the way, I would like to speak with Tolrock.
We're gonna have it. You pass the bustling market. Everybody like makes way for the works, and the ones who are fainted and cannot move are thrown out of the way. There's lots of people who died overnight of dehydration. Some other people you see harvesting their body. And on the way, you get a chance as you're going through zigzagging streets. Adam, you are in line with Turlock, and you can whisper him something. Turlock.
So, how come you are around here, Turlock? What brought you here?
Well, you left me alone. I come and I wanted to ask you to come out and play, and your mom told me that you left me. You left me with the minis at the kindergarten, and they called me names, and they called me orangutan or something. And
Right. Okay.
I was ostracized by them.
Ostrich. Okay. I'm sorry I haven't left any word to you, Torok, but I'm not sure if King told you we're on a very important mission here. We want to prevent war between the two nations.
I should have been there to protect you. Now look at you.
Are you still gold?
It's more and more streaks of skin color.
It's fun, Torok. You know, you remind me so much of the only other friend I have. You should meet him as well, Elijah. I'm sure you would have made good friends with him. He's sort of like you as well. He's strong. He's still also learning. You could study together, but nonetheless, it's true. To be honest, I'm happy you are here. I feel safe.
Well, I'm happy too. I'm just very unhappy that now you are. No, you have no skin. Look at you. You have no skin.
Don't be. It's quite all right.
You could have died completely.
For me, pain was only physical pain was only an illusion. It's
for me as well.
Well, I understand that. But nonetheless, if anything, let's have each other's backs, right?
Yes. I
count on you, and you can count on me.
Yes. Definitely. I'll have your. How can I have your backs now that you don't have any skin on it?
It's more go on feelings, more actual.
Yes.
Like, you know how at school they always say to train your mind?
Yeah.
Yes, train also the spirit.
Well, you are only now a spirit, right?
True.
So you can only train that.
Looks like, yes.
Yeah. And you're advancing towards this dominant looming presence that is the palace of Ramidava, and you pass structures that lean precariously and they're shading you from the morning sun, and you reach on the other side of the palace, and you're being dragged there, and you see King Zamolxe outside in front of 3 big stone sewers coming from this rocky hill with symbols of the citadel, and he says, "Friends, here it is, water," and from the 3 stone sewers clean water starts spilling, and you see all this like poor people, raggedy with multiple limbs and like some rashes and barely hanging on with gruesome canisters, trying to get their fill in, and start to fight each other. And with a gesture of a hand, the guards stop the water. It drags a little bit the moment, but it stops. And he says, "Friends, do not friends get addicted to water, because it will take hold of you and you will resent its absence."
Were we close enough to the water?
Yes. You're there. So your new friend is there trying to get...
Fill up bottles or so?
Mm-hmm,
as many as I can. Okay.
You have to give me an athletics. To see if you're not trampled by this mass of people who is trying to get to the water.
Never mind. Fuck my life at this point.
How much?
It's a 6.
So you get trampled by people. You get dust in your canisters. You even you had the spit bottle. You even like with a 6 you drop that.
Do I lose all my water?
The spit bottle water.
Yeah, I'm going to try to...
Someone starts licking it where it's spilled. And you're being pulled to the king, and he says, "Now, let's negotiate peace or war. Come, friends." And he starts gesturing as he's entering on the other side, the palace, and you're being pushed
Advance
toward
up to Isari's side. At least he's in a better mood than yesterday.
Yeah, this is true. Where did the water come from, though?
Is this a regular thing here?
You've seen it, like it's a spring.
So they
It's in the palace, but they're sort of rationing it.
Realize we had this much. Yeah. Let's try not annoy him today.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be fine though. I'm sure he'll see our side.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have 2 ascended now, so that could only be a good thing.
Or a terrible casus belli, like none other.
Think positive thoughts.
So you're being led on this corridors again. It's rather cold inside, especially from the stone walls and the smooth floors that you walk on. And you're going through some tunnels, then through the advisor rooms, and you hear a lot of whispers and several members just turning and eyeing you. And as you advance, you reach the throne room again with the heavy doors, with the luminite symbols, and he stands and sits over a bridge on the black simple throne, and from under the bridge there's this water springing and goes under the floors.
Could I roll an insight on him just to gauge like if he is in as good a mood as he seems to be? That's a 13.
He might be. You swear you've seen him smile. But is this a devious smile or a happy one? You don't know.
Me as a player am very suspicious, but Isari fully trusted.
So, where have we stopped? What sort of room are we in?
Yeah, in the throne room.
Oh, in the throne, full of advisors again?
Yes.
Excellent. He's sitting up on his throne. Your Majesty, noble Zamoxis, you like directness. I will take as little of your time as possible. I understand the what people speak in the streets here, in the corridors, who they blame such calamity on. And we believe that the hardships that have ramped up here have done so recently. Recently in which Green Spring itself has faced calamity as well. We've identified the perpetrator who caused this calamity upon us. Beyond rumor or speculation, we've been to its realm and returned. And what we've seen here seems to be an assault from this very same enemy. We believe that in some way, in some form, our peoples, and apparently yours, have angered an entity that calls itself death and is upset with the order of higher beings involved in any way in the earthly. Our way in Green Spring of the Sabbat, probably even the nocturnal way of preservation of the flesh, and the Luminite way of preservation of the spirit, also apparently offends this entity. I believe we are facing a common enemy.
Kingbax, I do not believe it. What's your proof? Tell me what's your proof, and tell me how long have you experienced this?
I tell
because
him-
the Red Kingdom has experienced it since the treaty. 1,000 years ago, and even more.
What you're experiencing is not... The recent catastrophes have gone much harder than the usual hardships of the Red Kingdom.
Of course. It
And it
gets
is-
harder and harder, especially since you keep investigating that filthy book.
It's not been gradual recently. Recently it ramped up with the cracking of the earth, did it not? Just as the earth cracked beneath one of Green Springs.
Of course, there are similarities, of course, but explain me, if you go and cast your filthy magic, and he says it, and people are...
He gets taken away.
Why does the sun turns around you and punishes you? Explain this.
Do you wish to gain a true understanding of it, or do you wish to be made happy?
I wish to be made happy.
Then, the poor lowly humans who were not favored by Lumino could only find such heretical magic to find themselves by this heresy a place in their own where they would not
Speak
be
with lesser words, I don't
where they
understand.
belong.
You're such a politician, King.
Only route out of slavery for humans was this. All they were given. So even if it were filthy, it's all they were given.
But I've heard of your land. You have crops and you're happy, and you use all this filthy trickery to just whoosh around letters, to play with dolls, to make love.
Our city is cracked by the same death that has come to crack your davas. And we believe it lingers upon one of your seats.
That might be a different problem. But let's come to the first one. Let's negotiate peace. You know, I'm not the one who wants to bring war to people and kill innocent lives without a cause, and I offer you a simple, clear path of unity. It comes with one demand. King Bax, you must marry one of my daughters, and upon the union, my nephew, your son, a male heir, will rule both of the two kingdoms, and he will abolish the green filth magic.
Or subjugate the red lands in favor of his beloved Green Spring, for all we know.
It's gonna be my nephew's, he's not gonna do such thing.
How do you know? He'll
I
be
have
raised by-
trust in my soul, because our faith is it's through family.
Your Majesty, you know this is a war delayed by 20 years. You know this. You know we will war over
You
who gets
really
to
like to
raise this
talk.
child.
You really like to talk. Tell me, would you like to? I have 7 beautiful daughters. You have to marry one.
I will raise the child in Green Spring, and he will be a Green Springian, and then there will be war over his Green Springian ways.
Why do you think you
Because
can
you
raise?
will reject it.
Why do you think you can raise him in your Green Spring? He's gonna be raised here,
I'm his father.
and his grandfather.
I'm not going to give you my son as hostage now, will I?
It's not a hostage. He's gonna be loved. So beloved, you see how much water we have.
Who's the politician now?
You.
No.
You're the politician.
I don't have the audacity to ask for prisoners under guise of grandfather.
You call them prisoners, I call them nephews.
Your transparently ill-willing offer is evidently of you getting my son to raise is rejected. We could have unity and peace, but not by you demanding offspring to be under your control.
So you don't want a union and a son that could potentially rule both kingdoms and restore peace, and it should be.
Zamok, we have a ceasefire. We have our treaty. Our treaty stands.
I am stopping the ceasefire.
That's not how agreements work.
Well, I peace on your agreements.
You will condemn countless of yours to death. They are
already condemned to death because of your filthy trickery and magic. Again, all the people.
You know that's not the case. And you know your other seat does not agree with your way.
Prove me that's not the case. Do magic of the filth. Here.
You can say Luminite prayers and then magic can come strike you when you're in Greenspring. That does not prove anything. I know the Luminite ways have counter reactions to the magic. That doesn't prove any intrinsic problem with it.
No one will cast anything. There's no Luminite who's doing destructive magic. This is now how Luminite magic works. Luminite energies works.
I understand that Lumino's energy reacts badly to the energies from Greenspring. And even if you were to do Luminite prayers and say the hebdomads there would react badly to them, that will not prove any intrinsic wrongness in the Luminite prayer.
I disagree. Don't you have temples of the Luminite faith?
We do. It just so happens that our hebdomads are willing to tolerate Luminite prayers in Greenspring, while Lumino does not tolerate hebdomadic magic in his realm. I believe that is a very poor godly way, but alas.
I don't believe Lumino is doing this. I believe it's your cursed magic who's doing this. Because if one of my followers comes pray in Greenspring, they do not get struck.
Because
if one of you comes in our kingdom, the whole land went awry.
Because our gods tolerate your prayers, while your god does not tolerate our magic.
Are you sure it's not our god? Are you sure it's our god who does this?
It only happens in your god's land.
If I may.
Yes, please, wise to rock. Tell us.
Would you agree that the way of living in Greenspring and the way of living in the Red Kingdom is totally different?
Yes, because you use filthy magic for everything and people don't die there.
Yes. Now, combining the two ways, your way and our way, is like combining oil and water, which they don't usually come together, right?
That is if you have oil and water.
Well, you could be oil, we could be water, or you could be water, we could be oil, it doesn't matter. But I've learned when I was in school, I spent a lot of time in the kitchens, I liked it more than classrooms, and I've learned of something called emulsion, in which you mix oil and water, but you just pour a little bit of something into the another.
You're a very wise man.
Thank you.
Very wise man. I am proposing emulsion, so he pours a little bit into my granddaughter, and we have an heir to both kingdoms.
If you'll give me your daughter, I will take her and whatever children result, no problem. But that's not what you're asking for, so stop even pretending you wish to make any sort of unity.
I'm not pretending. I'm honestly making, in our God's eye, a fair offer.
To raise my child?
Of course.
That is not a proposition of unity. That is a proposition of surrender.
Why is it a proposition of surrender?
Wow, they really don't teach you politics at all, do they?
I see that they teach you deceit because this is what I'm hearing.
I'll explain it like we explain it to our 5th graders.
You insult me.
You're either playing stupid or are. So let's see which one it is. Because you've been calling our magic
I'm
filthy
what
for a
sees him.
duration here.
And there's
Noble Zamorxe, do you understand that?
You called me stupid. This is not happening. You're gonna be executed in the land.
Noble Zamorxe.
No.
Again, you've not
I interrupt and say, you said you believe our filthy magic. It's what brought upon this, and you want proof that this magic is the cause. Well, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Adam Habdom, one of the descendants of those who created this religion. And look, as I will start casting. Does it have any flowers around or anything?
I try to get in the way of his ray,
No.
of his casting.
So it has no vegetation around, nothing?
Oh, fuck.
Okay, then I'll do.
He has
something else.
water.
He has water, yeah, but I was.
A fern,
And,
a palm tree.
No, so no vegetation. Okay, let
No, he's
me
gonna have
see
palm
another
trees.
spell then. Yeah. Okay, then I guess I'll just do prestidigitation. As I will just conjure up various, images of constellations and whatnot. But the idea is that while doing this, I will also say, and if you say you believe that these earthquakes and all of this tragedy has been made by us, let me tell you that those who are studying and researching those books are quite incompetent and can't do high magics of such degree as you say. So I can confidently tell you without lying that none of the magicians back home are capable of such disasters that you lay off. And yeah, I'm still casting spells.
And as you're casting spells, you see that your spells have a different density, a sort of different energy, and a different texture. And they sort of shimmer all in gold. And he says, this is luminite energy. What are you proving? That you're exactly like your great ancestor?
Well,
You worship the wrong faith, and then you come to your senses and came to this land to ascend.
well, that might be a case as you put it. Yet, I would reinstate that the fact that yes, I have been not studying per se the Book of VIM, but know of it enough from my previous ancestors to confidently tell you that magic spells of such high magnitude that you speak of are not possible to be created, at least not by our humans. And if you then condemn the 7 astrals, well, I can confidently say that after communing with my ancestors, another reason why he refused to, the astrals refused to acknowledge his presence, and even the people in the kingdom are blind to the Star of Hebdom, is because they just want to be left in their own bubble with no other connections to the outside. So, if anything, I am of strong belief that it's not an intent from the astrals to do ill to your lands. I do not believe this has to do anything with our magic, but to what Pax said initially, that we do have a common enemy, that of death.
Then explain me, how does our land perish and yours flourish? Explain me how you get involved with the filth of the magic, we die and don't ascend anymore. Explain this effect.
Allow us to actually gather the proof and we shall explain. We have a lead that we have been investigating. We are here in the matter of pursuing peace. We will offer ourselves to bring back the proof that you seek.
He doesn't care.
See, King's Back's Snake is a better diplomat than you.
I also have
Stupid
question.
now.
Have question. If we have so good, powerful magics that we can destroy everything, why not destroy you right now and save us from being executed?
Let's
He frowns a little bit.
He also does a sign like that.
Is this, Your Majesty, about the filth of magic? Or is it simply that your people are unhappy, that they are living in hardship, and they perceive us to be living in abundance?
One would say this, but cast something. Cast something of your filth magic.
I
Cast
know
it.
your realm will react violently to the
Why?
magic of the hebdomats. Because this is what Lumino has put upon this realm.
And then why, if a Luminoid follower is in a presence of Hebdomatic and a different life, why does this doesn't
My
happen?
name is Pax. I am peace. I am to build of Greenspring a place of peace. And this peace means that when a prayer is given to Lumino from Greenspring, we do not want our Hebdomats to punish this person. It is what we want to make of Greenspring.
Do you think we wanted to punish your filthy, stupid magic?
I think the sentence itself proves.
This is because of your magic we got punished, so now we punish magic in return.
I will
Exactly.
step
We do not
in.
retaliate.
I'm like, Kings and Maltese, please, we just want what is best. But as my friend said, we have an idea of what might be causing it. Give us some time and let us find the evidence. Let us figure out why it is that the Red Kingdom suffers. And then would you consider at least listening to King Pax and creating a compromise for your grandchild if we can find some information about why the Red Kingdom suffers like this?
Yes. I trust your wisdom. And also I like you very much, I don't know why.
Thank you. I get that a lot. Give us some
I
time.
think it's the
And
blessing of your temple. I also like your master. He's a very fine man.
you know him.
Yes.
Well, that's very kind of you. We can go and we can find. Let us investigate. And although whatever it is that's causing the Red Kingdom to suffer, it is starting to affect the Green Kingdom too. So.
Because of the magic. I
Well-
tell you, I'm willing to bet on it. On
But
water.
the Red Kingdom doesn't have magic. So why would they suffer and the Green Kingdom not? But no, well, let us go. We will investigate. We will find you. we will find you.
don't save.
I'm like, no, I'm just not going to go into that circle again.
Our
We'll
question
find out
is
why the
that
Red Kingdom suffers. Just give us that time.
What's your plan?
Well,
I want to know of your plan.
we have some locations where Davis have been killed and where darkness is consuming the Red Kingdom. We plan to go and investigate them.
We're following the scent of death in your lands.
Death is everywhere in my lands.
but now incarnated and angry.
Let us go and investigate some of the places where the Ascended have been killed, and we will see if we can find out what is happening.
You're very wise, Ascended, as you know already of Sarmizegetuza.
Yes, I do, and a few other places too.
He nods.
Questing we shall go.
Okay, how many days you think you'd take?
How many
Well,
days
it's only
from
about half a day to get to the Citadel.
So I should expect you tomorrow?
Give
2
us
days? 3 days?
maybe 3 days, but give us a week. If we don't return within a week, you can send some
So
people
it's
after us.
3 days to a week. I postpone war. and you give me reasons why not to carry
We're gonna
it.
need supplies.
We'll get some supplies, not from the king, though. Wait, that's very generous of you. So we will see you in a few days.
He nods.
Welcome.
We head out.
And as you head out,
Poor Filip-George is like...
where are you going?
Well, we'll need to get supplies first, so... Shall I see if I can get free supplies like this? Or do we want to exchange money? That was a bad question. I'll just go into the market.
I would give you supplies if I had.
This isn't a guild kind of thing, but our supplies did burn.
Yes,
I have 1 bag of dates. I have
Yes, and we also have goat that is like super delicious, and it's been sitting in the sun, and it's perfect to bite and chew on.
yes, and we have 1 other bag. Wait, I need to search for what I have. I start saying all the things that we have, and
We're gonna
basically,
get this poor child killed. Are you sure we should let her tag along?
we are not a child.
What is her life in significance to what we're trying to achieve?
What? If we come to battle, to danger, is there anything that you can do to keep yourself alive?
I can hear your thoughts.
That's that's very upsetting, but also possibly not useful.
May I try to read his thoughts?
Yes.
Okay. Wait, I need to see if he needs to do something like saving throw or something. So I kind of under spells, right? There you go. Use 1 per and he needs to give me a saving throw of wisdom.
3, 1, 4, 5.
That's so he doesn't beat it. So what do I?
What does
Poor thing has been cursed enough by such deformity to have them die so apparently young, I guess, maybe. Might be an ending to such suffering of deformity, but it feels very self-interested, like these guys with me just want to use her as some sort of a pickpocket meat shield. I'm not comfortable with that.
We do not suffer. We were just born this way, like everybody else here. Yes, we are not deformed. We are just together all the time, and we've been raised as one sister, but we're 2. So you see where the problem is, because we fight. We do fight all the time. That's why we are searching for one magic to set us apart, and we can help. We're nimble, we're fast, we have goats, we have owl, and a lot of supplies that you might not find here for free.
If you're sure.
What am I thinking of?
it works for 1 minute, so you can peek in his.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
Okay.
surface thoughts. What's your surface thoughts?
I'm thinking of a name, and it's Gogmagog. That's all I think. I just repeat it in my
Okay,
head.
I just say, who's Gogmagog? 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 Who's that?
Gogmagog, yes. The greatest. The one who shall inherit the earth.
Is he big and that's why he's great?
Yes.
Oh,
Very.
like bigger than you?
Oh, yes. Way bigger.
You should take somebody to take your ashes.
I was about to say that
Oh, me, for one magic, I could.
Stop saying the M word. Tricks.
But he said it. Our king said it all
Yeah,
the
that
time.
doesn't
But
suddenly make it legal.
the
He
king.
gets to say it.
if anything, I'll take Tulrock if he wants to join me.
Yes, definitely.
To go up on that big rock over there.
I love
From the
rocks.
distance.
I'm thinking about doing something.
So we're
stupid.
splitting
I would
into.
also want to tag along.
No.
For yourself. Why not?
You around corpses, it's not a good thing.
You were talking about ashes. And to be fair, your old body was not tasty at all.
Shaq the spirit said no.
That's encouraging. Yet, no. This is, let's say, a personal matter. And yes, I want to see it through on my own, but having Tulrok watch over me makes me feel safe.
You feel the surface thoughts, you feel them automatically. You feel surface thoughts of Shaq being really hungry and imagining Tulrok like splitting open like
A buffet.
a buffet.
Cool. So we're gonna split. So Tulrok and Adam will go to the rocky hill outside of Ramidava, and you guys go.
So, they were correct. I did burn all of their supplies. And it is hampering my mission. And I do need supplies because going out to this place, we need supplies. I need to finish my mission. So, I'm going to ramp up the brightness of me. And I'm going to slowly float over the market. And I'm going to spread my hands out. And I'm like, people!
Wants to die.
People
Special
around the
offer.
I need your help. I need supplies to travel into the darkness. If you wish to be blessed, please come to my aid.
Persuasion with advantage.
Please work. Oh, okay. My persuasion's not as high as I thought. That's a 17. It's perception that's really high.
With a 17, you get all sorts of supplies. Most of them, as in you go through the markets and.
I will say as well, give them to my follower! And I point at Shaq.
Actually, as you point towards me, you also saw that Shaq was extending a bottle of water towards you, and then I put it back and I started.
There's all sorts of people and from various races and various status, like from water genasi giving you bottles of waters, from most of the fruits and veggies that you get are spoiled or overripe. You find some dried meats and wildered vegetables and salt and spices like turmeric and cinnamon and
I try to steal 1 water from the Guinness, please.
to steal.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a sleight of hand.
Okay, thank you. Don't fuck me. It's better. It's better. I'm going to tell you in 1 second.
So you have your hands full of stuff. Give me a D100.
14.
Pax, give me a D20.
82.
82.
12.
What? 82? Oh,
So-
okay.
8100.
Percent.
For an 82, you get 1 sack of overripe fruit, 1 sack of dried meat, and a lot of water bottles. And 1 sack of several spices.
As like Errol, I'll just like kind of gently tap people on the shoulders.
They burn a little bit. I see that.
It's like literally killing me inside. But I'm like, bless you, bless you.
Just one woman who looked very dehydrated dies. Apart from that was at 1 HP, and apart from that, everybody is happy and joyful.
I'll land. I was like, I don't want to do that again, please.
This is
But
a
I feel
land-
like it was needed.
This is a land of absolute madness.
Well, your land was crazy too.
Yeah, but in
But
fun ways.
oh, don't make me do that again. That was
How much was
14.
So with the 14, you try to steal from the water genasi, who turns immediately as you pocket one beautiful shaped crystal bottle, and he catches your hand, and he says, "We're gonna see it next session." Thank you guys for sitting with us for this amazing amazing time. Thank you guys for getting to the end of the episode. Please like, subscribe. It helps us a lot. Comments. Next week we're also gonna have a VIM session. And we're very excited to have you on our road. Thank you, all of this amazing guests. And we're gonna have the same cast next week. Good day, good night, and
Don't let the vampires die.
Inside.